The pitch by Busic. Swung on and missed.
It's time for Wenatchee AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Coverage of tonight's broadcast is sponsored by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Caldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, the Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tacos Shava, Together for Youth, Valley Tractor, and Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Now, let's go live to Paul Thomas Senior Field on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College for AppleSox baseball on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
So the AppleSox will advance. A pleasant, good Friday afternoon to you, and welcome to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, along with Brandon Schmitten. I'm Eric Granstrom here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we get ready for the first of... Did I say Friday? I did say Friday, didn't I? Okay,
Friday.
no, I'm trying to rush the week here. It's only Tuesday. It's the first of a three-game series between the Edmonton RiverHawks and your Wenatchee AppleSox. Wenatchee coming in with a record of 22-17 overall. That's the most important thing they're looking at. They're 6-6 here in the second half, riding a 5-game winning streak. Edmonton, meanwhile, 23-15. They're 9-3 in first place in the second half. So if it ended today before the game started, they would win the second half title. So they'd have the number 2 seed in the North Division playoffs. Bellingham already has the number 1 seed wrapped up. So then it's up to overall record to determine the 3rd seed and the 4th seed. Right now, Wenatchee would have that number 3 seed.
That's a good thing.
And they would then play Edmonton again in the postseason if it were to end today. But we've got a lot of baseball still to play. 15 games, including tonight. And talk about this matchup here. I mean, both teams on a 5-game winning streak. You've got Edmonton coming in after scoring a lot of runs last weekend against Kamloops, the team that came up into the weekend ahead of Wenatchee, and then after the weekend, because of Edmonton's sweep, Wenatchee has flip-flopped and gotten themselves into that talk of the postseason.
Yeah, they kind of whooped up on our nemesis, too. Kamloops had our number, and Edmonton had theirs. So,
well, in Edmonton, the two teams, Wenatchee and Edmonton, met earlier this year in the 3rd week of June up in Edmonton, and the RiverHawks came away with 3 close wins. 2-0, and then a 2-run game, and then Wenatchee had the 3rd game in hand and then squandered it in the 8th inning, giving up 4 runs in the 8th inning, and they lose that series and were swept. Overall, it's hard to believe, but Edmonton hasn't been around in the West Coast League all that long, so between the two teams here, historically speaking, coming into tonight, they're 9-9. So they've shaken hands and they've walked away with a tie in their 18 meetings so far.
Yeah, that would be nice for us to come out of this series with a lead in that overall series.
Well,
if we can take 2 or 3 from them, that would be real good for us.
You saw it last Friday with the opener of that series with Nanaimo, with Wenatchee getting the big 11-1 win, and a team that took a forever bus trip. Well, that doesn't compare anything to Edmonton's bus trip to come here, probably 9 hours from Edmonton to here.
And the interesting thing is when the AppleSox go up to Edmonton, that's the only trip that they'll take a flight on.
Yeah, right.
So they'll drive.
And we were wondering if, in fact, if Edmonton might fly into Seattle and then take a charter here. As far as I know, they bust all the way.
Well, and that would make sense because they have a ton of teams to play down this direction, too. So I'm assuming that their road trips are not a 3-game road trip and back.
No, definitely not. Let's take a look at the lineups here. First for the visiting RiverHawks, Taichi Nakeo will lead it off. He's their second baseman. Kyle Yip, watch out for him. He's the DH batting second. Batting third, Max Stagg, also another tough one in their lineup. He's batting .368 to lead the club. He's their first baseman. And Trent Linehan, also one to watch. He's their cleanup hitter, the third baseman. Left fielder is Grant Iserman. Batting sixth is Jason Green, the catcher. Batting seventh, Shiri Sato is the shortstop. Right fielder Mitch Middlemiss is the batting eighth, and Drew Veach, center fielder, is batting ninth. On the mound for the RiverHawks tonight is Reese Hemmerling, and he is a tough one. He's got a 2-1 record with a 1.92 ERA. The Wenatchee AppleSox have taken to the field, and that means we are upon our national anthem. So we will listen in to that as they celebrate both Canada and the United States here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
Illinois. Please welcome Cameron to play his rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. He arranged it and performed it in front of the Kashmir High School student body and at one of the school's concerts. He's been playing guitar for about a year with the help of his dad. Cameron and his family have hosted an AppleSox baseball player for the past 2 seasons.
All right, there you go. Nice job by a youngster from Kashmir on our national anthem here tonight on his guitar. I think in Kashmir they pronounce it guitar.
Guitar.
Let's take a look at the AppleSox lineup here as announced by head coach Mitch Darlington. He's assisted by Xander Orohudos and Quincy Vassar. Batting first in right field will be Adam Haight. He is on a tear right now. Batting second, Cade Martinez, who's playing third base now for the AppleSox after playing shortstop most of the season. Batting third, Evan Cloyd, the first baseman who is accustomed to being hit by pitches. We'll talk more about that as the series continues. Izzy Madriaga is batting fourth. He's a DH tonight. Jihee Lee's out in left field. He's batting fifth. Elijah Palayo, you remember that name from last year in an AppleSox uniform. He's starting at shortstop. He's batting sixth. Batting seventh, Jake Sanko, the second baseman. Batting eighth is Konoa Morisaki, who will be catching tonight. And Philip Chong is out in center field. He'll bat ninth. The AppleSox will send Dylan Schlinger to the mound tonight. His first ever performance for the AppleSox, the 6'2", 185-pound junior to be at Eastern Illinois. Last year at Columbia Basin Community College, he was 5-4 with a 3.51 earned run average in the NWAC. And welcome, Dylan Schlinger, and welcome to you to be part of our broadcast tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. I'm Eric Granstrom along with Brandon Schmitten. And first pitch strikes, you always like to see that, especially from somebody who's getting their first start. He's used to this mound, I'm sure, after pitching for CBC. But I'm sure he's got a few butterflies playing summer collegiate baseball.
Yeah, I bet he does. Again, I don't know what he's been doing this summer, but I'm sure he's been getting a lot of innings in, or at least a lot of bullpens in, and keeping his arm fresh. He looks like he's got some pretty good stuff right now. So, like you said, just fill up the strike zone and let your defense play for you.
Well, this RiverHawk lineup, as we mentioned, 31 runs over the weekend in 3 games on 33 hits. That's a lot of power coming from this lineup, so it'll be a tall task for the AppleSox pitching staff, and that will fall on the right arm of Dylan Schlinger to start things off as he faces Taiichi Nakayo, a senior from Lander University. He's only 5'8", 175 pounds. He'll take the first pitch in there for a strike, and we're underway here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Nakayo is just new to Edmonton. He's he's batting 1,000. He's 2 for 2 in his one game with 6 runs in one game.
So he obviously walked a couple times?
Yes, he did. And that was a big 18-1 win, I think, on Sunday was the game that he played in, and played a high part in that, in the leadoff position, scoring 6 runs.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch on the way, swung on and missed, or a foul ball at the plate. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Taiichi Nakayo.
You know, we were talking about this earlier. This is like the United Nations team. We've got somebody from New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Canada, and the United States.
Curveball here was unkind to the nations as Nakayo takes it for a strike looking, and he is gone out of Kawasaki, Japan, as you mentioned. Now it comes to Kyle Yip. He's batting .321. A few of these players on the roster, and I love that. We talked about that before with a Canadian team coming in with a lot of Canadian-born players for him. University of British Columbia. Yip this summer batting .321. He'll take the first pitch for a strike, and you love to see that from the youngster on the mound in Dylan Schlinger.
Yeah, he's filling up the strike zone right now and has some pretty good stuff right now, too.
Works from the stretch, as you would see from a relief pitcher. And with that record at 5-4, I think he probably, I'm guessing with that record, was a starter for CBC. But, you know, some guys are more comfortable pitching from the stretch right from the get-go.
Yeah, I know there's just so much less movement. And, you know, I used to think you'd get a lot more out of going from the windup just because there's more movement and you get the power going and stuff. But truly you don't. It's all about from the setup to the delivery. And so why not go with this? It makes it so if there is somebody on base, it's not new to you.
What's interesting here with Schlinger as he pitches the 2-1 outside for ball 3-1 to count. He doesn't do the traditional bring his left leg, his lead leg up to his right leg. He leaves it pretty much where it is and then kicks from there.
Yeah, if not drops it down a little bit.
Yeah. This pitch is outside or a little low for ball 4, so a strikeout and now a walk by Schlinger, and that'll bring up Max Stagg, who is batting .368 on the summer. First baseman, a 6'2", 210-pound sophomore at Central Arizona College. Yeah, right away you get a base runner on, and now you got to be careful with the next couple of batters.
Now that, because as you were saying, these he's excitable in the batter's box there, isn't he?
He took the first pitch for a ball. That was a fastball, and I think Stagg was probably looking fastball there by his reaction.
Yeah, he's from Australia, Adelaide, Australia.
This pitch, again, another hefty pitch that misses outside. And the count quickly 2-0 on Max Stagg. Stagg in that right-handed batter's box. His right foot is right on the back of the box. Pitch here, swung on and fouled back, and boy, he's not cheated.
No, he takes a hefty
swing.
hack, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. So you got the first three guys here for the RiverHawks. Nakayo, I mentioned he was from Japan, right?
He's actually from
Auckland, New Zealand. That's right.
Yeah,
Auckland, New Zealand. And then you have Kyle Yip, who's from Calgary. And now you mentioned Max Stagg in the box right now from Adelaide, Australia.
Oh, he got
tossed to the bag at first base.
Oh, man. That was a really good move right there.
Evan Cloyd, if he could just get that glove down towards the bag a little quicker.
Yeah, he kind of reached out to catch that ball. If he catches that a little bit deeper, I think he gets a better tag there.
Pitch to the plate to Stagg is, did they hit it?
No, it's ball outside.
Okay, so ball 4. So a couple of walks after a strikeout has put runners at first and second. And again, very dangerous lineup. Now Trent Lenahan coming up. The third baseman batting .349, a 6'5", 215-pound senior from the University of British Columbia. How many 6'5" third basemen do you ever hear of?
Yeah, not many.
I mean, you see that at first base across the diamond.
And now you're starting to see a few of them at shortstop, but I've never, well, I guess Alex Rodriguez, right?
Right.
He would have been.
He was pretty good size.
Yeah. But he was the first one that truly was that big that played at third base in my recollection.
Lenahan leading the team in RBI with 34. He had a big weekend last weekend in the sweep of Kamloops. Pitch on the way to him here is a fastball missing up for ball 1. 1-1 to count. Lenahan was 2 for 3 and 2 runs in the win on Friday. 2 for 3 with 2 runs and 2 ribbies on Saturday, and 1 for 4 with a run and 2 RBI on Sunday. How he didn't make the all-league representation offensively, I'm not sure. Pitch here, off speed, looked good, but I guess ball good. 2. 2-1 to count to Lenahan.
Yeah, that was outside.
Grant Eiserman waiting on deck. 1 out, 2 aboard here for the RiverHawks. Top of the first on this sun-splashed Tuesday evening here in the Wenatchee Valley. Pitch on the way to the plate, swung on, fouled away, and a count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, we speak about Dylan being new and coming out and getting his first batter, striking him out looking was great. But now I see that he's trying to overthrow a little bit, and thus makes it where he's going to be missing in and out a little bit more than what he normally would. He just needs to relax a little bit and trust his defense.
2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and hit hard out towards center field, and Chong will center on this one. Runner from second tags, and the throw-in will not be going anywhere else aside from the cutoff, as moving down to third is Kyle Yip on the fly out to center. So that's a big second out in the inning, as that'll bring up Grant Iserman.
And a great job, too, of hitting the cutoff guy there to keep the runner at first base, keep the force out in order there.
Elijah Palaio, even though it's 84 degrees out here, wearing a sweatshirt underneath of his uniform, or at least a hoodie. 2 outs, runners on the corners now.
Ooh, almost got him again. He's got a good move.
Yeah, he does. Very quick move over to the bag at first. Over there is Stagg. At third is Yip, and Iserman, 5'9", 185-pound junior, fouls away the first pitch to him from Westmont College, is now 0-1. A couple of Westmont products.
Yeah, we've seen that on a couple other teams this year.
Maybe a baseball program at Westmont.
Yeah.
Well, obviously there is one.
Right. You would hope.
But I mean a good one.
You would think they weren't part of the theater club.
Swing and a miss here. And a count quickly 0-2 on Iserman. So, after giving up a couple of walks and getting himself in a tight situation, Dylan Schlinger trying to shut the door right here. As the right-hander checks over his shoulder, bounces on that left foot, pitch on the way to the plate, swung on and fouled back. And the count stays at 0-2. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842. They're on the web at alpineair.net. 0-2 count to Iserman. Pitch on the way, off speed, missing.
And outside a little bit.
1-2 the count. And all of our umpires in the stands voicing their concern over that non-strike call by our home plate umpire. By the way, Gabe Norblit is behind the plate tonight, and Matthew DeGray is out on the base paths. 2-man crew for all 3 games here. Pitch here is a fastball missing up.
That was an off-speed pitch there. I think it was a slider there.
Okay, 2-2 the count now on Iserman.
I don't mind those 2, or the last 3 pitches. He got him to chase a fastball up and then was trying to get a curveball or slider up there too.
Runners at first and third, 2 down. Another pickoff move to the bag at first. Close play over there, but not quite in time. He's got a pickoff move by Schlinger to Cloyd.
He's got incredibly quick feet,
yes, he does. Yes, he does. What's that shuttle? The eraser shuttle?
The
speed test.
Shuttle.
Yeah. Swing and a miss here.
Yeah.
And that'll do it.
Shuttle run.
Yes, Schlinger ends up striking out 2 of the 3 outs in the first inning. Gets out of a little pickle. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Scoreless here in Wenatchee. It's West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
To the bottom of the first we go. Adam Hates, Cade Martinez, and Evan Cloyd. Well, you know, I talk so much about the offensive prowess of Edmonton, the AppleSox not too bad in those first 4 batters either.
No. They're pretty good. Yes.
Contact.
Pretty good.
We'll talk a little bit more about contact with Evan Cloyd coming up here. He's the 3rd batter in score for this inning. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Order online at abbys.com. Going to be an interesting next 12 hours for me, because after the game tonight, I'm going to go home, sleep up a little bit, grab my fishing rods, and head up to Lake Wenatchee for the sockeye opener in the morning. Going to leave the house at 3, get up there about 4 o'clock, get on the water at 4:30, and
thank goodness your boat's already up there.
Yes,
there's already a line to get your boat in the water tonight, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. And with the closure of the Upper Columbia for sockeye fishing here yesterday, it's going to put even more people trying to get into the lake tomorrow, that's for sure. Adam Hay leads it off, 6'2", 192-pound sophomore from Oregon State. It was nice of him to join us on Friday after the ball game and get a visit with the Oregon State product, and he'll take the first pitch for a strike as he's batting .296 for the AppleSox, and had a great weekend as well.
He did. And what a great kid, too. We got a chance to interview him after the game.
Pitch here swung on and a fly ball to right field. It's always an interesting endeavor in right here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, but handling that one well was Mitch Middlemiss. And so the fly out to right is the first out for the AppleSox. Brings up Cade Martinez, one of the leaders on the team in hitting. Cade is batting .301 on the summer. He's 3rd on the team with average. Jihi Lee leads the team at .369. Izzy Madriaga at .316. Not a power hitting club by any stretch of the imagination. Nobody with more than 1 home run. Of course, as soon as I say that, watch Cade Martinez park one here. He'll take the first pitch for a strike from Reese Hemmerling on a mound, getting the start here for the RiverHawks. He's a good one. 6'1", 185-pound junior from South Carolina upstate. We ran into the upstates here a few years ago, and we're like, hadn't heard of that.
Yeah, that's one of the fun things, is we get to see a bunch of kids from a bunch of schools that we've never heard of.
And which is, in turn good for any youngster out there that might be watching or listening that doesn't know about those colleges either. It's like, maybe I should put a letter of interest in and put a tape over to North Carolina upstate.
Yeah.
Ground ball to the shortstop here, and Sato will field that cleanly. And 2 down for the AppleSox here on the top of first. Brings up Evan Cloyd. Evan Cloyd has been hit by a lot of pitches. In fact, our old buddy Joel Norman did some research for us on Evan Cloyd and whether or not his 3 hit by pitch on Friday was a record in a game by a Wenatchee AppleSox. And according to the numbers crunched by Joel Norman, he tied a historical fact.
With 2 other guys, right?
One time in non-league play, Matt Ritano.
Ball's hit good.
This pitch is hit to right field, and we'll talk more about Evan Cloyd getting hits, as he does not get a hit safely here as he'll fly out to right field. So it's a 1-2-3 story for the AppleSox. So a little pitching matchup here tonight as we'll head to the second. Scoreless. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Call Alpine Air Heating and Cooling today. Your comfort is their priority.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
Scoreless game as we head to the top of the second inning here in Wenatchee with Edmonton in town. Jason Green Shiri Sato and Mitchell Middlemiss due up here in the second for the RiverHawks. Their head coach, by the way, is Jake Lanferman. The pitching coach, Jamie Wilson. The hitting coach is Tanner Kerwer. The bench coach is Nathan Coffin. And the assistant coach, Levi Moon. Got a bunch of them over there.
Yeah. And we've got a new pitcher on the mound. Carson Bolzel came into the game for us.
There we go, just like that. So 1 inning and done for Schlinger.
Yeah. Carson's had a good year this year. Has a little bit of giddy up on his fastball there, 92 miles an hour. He was an all-star this year, right?
Yes, he was. One of 3 pitchers on the AppleSox staff that were recognized for their pitching prowess. So congratulations to Carson Bolzel. Pitched a scoreless inning in the West Coast League All-Star game here a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was neat to see too, with representation of the upper valley with Tonasket and Okanagan. Yeah,
absolutely. Bolzel, right-hander on the mound here for the AppleSox, and the first pitch by Carson is a swing and a foul tip into the glove. 0-1 to count to Jason Green. Catcher, 6'5". There's another one. You got a 6'5" third baseman. You got a 6'5" catcher.
Yeah.
Sophomore from Niagara University. It's about, what, the second or third Niagara product that we've seen here in the last few years with facing the AppleSox. I don't think we've had a Niagara player play for the AppleSox.
That's a long ways away from home.
Yes.
If that was the case.
Well, I would much rather spend my summer on the West Coast than on the East Coast.
Yes,
that's
me too.
For sure.
Muggy over there.
1-1. They count. Bolzel's next pitch swung on a foul back. They count to ball and 2 strikes. Carson Bolzel, as we mentioned, AppleSox, first summer for him in a Wenatchee uniform. 6'5", 210-pound junior at the University of Washington. Coming up, congrats to Carson. Getting the nod to go be a Husky. Good at bat by Green here. You mentioned that Schlinger threw a lot of pitches. How many pitches did he throw?
Yeah, he threw 25 in that first inning.
That's a lot. But he did get a couple of strikeouts to go with his 2 walks.
Yeah. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a F8. So did a good job of getting himself out of a little bit of a jam there. That was good to see.
1-2 the count here. Bolzel's delivery swung on and hit hard, and that's going to get right down the middle for a base hit into center field. So Green aboard to lead off, and that'll bring up Shiri Sato. Batting .260 to shortstop is a sophomore from Herkimer County Community College. Nope, never heard of it.
Originally out of Japan. Let's see, where he's from Kawasaki, Japan.
So Sato in the box, and the pitch to him is swung on and fouled back in the count 0-1. So Bolzel getting ahead of batters.
Yeah, he is.
You'd like to see that. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call them up at 509-662-6842. Bolzel, quick worker on the mound with a little peek over his shoulder at the runner at first base. He stays. The pitch is in there for a strike, and the count quickly 0-2 on Shiri Sato.
Throwing 92 to 94 with his fastball. See if he can mix in an off-speed pitch low and away here, and see if he can't get Sato to fish for it here. Speaking of fishing.
We were talking about that during the break, weren't we? Well, we talked a little bit about it on the air, too. Ooh. Strike 3 called. Gone looking is Sato for the first out. First strikeout in relief
for that one.
Yeah, no. First strikeout in relief for Carson Bolzel. So that's the 3rd strikeout for the fan count here happening at Paul Thomas. And
2 more.
One down. That'll bring up Mitchell Middlemiss, right fielder, a senior at UBC, 6'3", 210 pounds.
They've got a lot of big kids on their team.
They play basketball in their off season.
Yeah.
Middlemiss and the right-handed batter's box will take the first pitch off speed for a ball. 1-0 to count.
Good off-speed pitch right there. 76 miles an hour. So he's got a 18 miles an hour difference in speed. That's very good.
Pitch here swung on. Seeing eye single to the right side, and quickly in on it is Adam Haight out there. Ball died on the outfield grass. Not a hard hit ball, but it just saw its way through the right side. And Middle miss aboard. Runners at first and second on the first 2 hits of the ball game by either side. And that'll bring up Drew Veach, the number 9 hitter, center fielder, 6'1", 185-pound junior from another county community college. This one, Johnson County Community College.
And where is Johnson County? I'm not 100% sure.
Sounds like a Kentucky type of.
So I think they're going to call this a mound visit here, even though all it was talking about is giving signs.
Yeah, the home plate umpire is now having a conversation with Kanoa Morisaki, who went out there to talk to Bolzel, and they didn't meet on the mound. Now, usually the umpire will follow him out and just not count that as mound visit, but he does here.
Well, and I think the reason why they're counting that as a mound visit is we've seen it latter parts of games where they don't count it, and that was because of darkness and not being able to see the fingers put down, so crossing them up.
Bolzel, by the way, on the summer 1-2 record with a 3.22 earned run average. He does have 1 save to his credit. We don't normally see him this early in the game, but Carson in there right now with a sticky situation. Pitch on the way is low for a ball. 1-1 the count to Drew Veach, adding 240. So up and down the lineup, I mean, their starting lineup tonight, the worst hitters batting 221.
That's pretty good.
So well over the Mendoza line.
Yeah.
1-1 the count to Veach here. Even the number 9 hitter imposing in that right-handed batter's box. Bolzel with a couple of checks out at the bag at second. Pitch swung on, and that almost sounded like a cracked bat.
It did. I bet you it's a composite bat. It looks like, no, that's not a bomb bat, is it?
Doesn't look like it. 1-2 the count here to Veach. And Bolzel would love to get his second strikeout, get the second out of the inning with runners at first and second base. Cloyd playing well off the bag and behind the runner at first base on the right side here with a right-handed batter. Another foul away into the tennis courts nearby here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. We're on the Sandy Coopratter Sports Complex. It's good to be around Sandy this year with the Wenatchee Bighorns basketball team. Sandy ended up having to take over basically everything, chief cook and bottle washer, with the health issues from his son, the owner of the Bighorns, Sean Coopratter. We wish Sean the best of luck on his recovery. Continued swing and a foul tip into the glove here by Veach, and that's the second out. Already 4 strikeouts by the Sox pitching staff here tonight. 2 outs in the second, and back to the top of the order for Taichi Nakao.
Yeah, looking here at Senko, Senko's given up a lot of ground. And again, we talked about this the last game. They have scouting reports that are better than my scouting reports, but I see him giving up a lot of ground here, which is leaving that hole in between first and second wide open.
And you got a fireball pitcher on the mound, so a right-hand batter could have that opportunity to hit behind and get another seeing eye single to the right side here. First pitch to Nakao misses. He struck out looking to start the game an inning ago. Bolzel with a quick check at second. Pitch on the way is
that was close.
Missing for a ball. 2-0 the count to Nakao. Talking about the sun here at Paul Thomas this time of day when game starts, for the right fielder, for the first baseman, for the pitcher, for a runner at first, looking right into the sun. Pitch here is a strike call, and I think he got a little help there from the home plate umpire. 2-1 to count to Nakao.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. Just trying to miss in the bottom of the zone there if he's going to miss at all, which I like to see. Keep the ball down. It's harder to hit a ball a long ways on a ball down.
There's a ball that's knocked down by Sanko, and a runner from third is going to hold, and the throw home by Sanko after he kind of knocked it down, and tough play for him to his left in the hole there. You're talking about his positioning. The ball hit to his left towards first, and Sanko able to knock it down, but not able to get any throw anywhere other than home to keep the runner at third staying right there.
Yeah, I think he did a good job getting the ball in. That's the most important thing there. But the runner here at third base slipped going around third base and kind of fell. I think if he would have recognized that and thrown it over here to Cade, he could have possibly gotten that guy out.
Off-speed pitch here on the first one to Kyle Yip, and it's in for a called strike. So I'm scoring that an infield base hit.
I'll give it to him, Eric.
Okay.
I'll give it to him. Jeez.
We're coming around, bringing Coach around here. Pitch on the way to Yip, high fastball missing up and in, and the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. What's velocity?
93 on that pitch there. So yeah, he's living 92 to 94.
All right. Base is jammed here. Another tight situation for the Sox defensively. With Green at third, Middle Miss at second, and Nakayo at first. And this pitch is in for a strike. And Yip walks away kind of with a look on his face like he didn't like that call. But now the count in Bozel's favor at a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Yip walked away, tried to get a little bit of dirt on his hands, but he forgot we're playing on turf.
Pitch on the way, swung on and grounded to the left side. Shortstop will field and throw, and Arroyo back in an AppleSox uniform. Palaio makes the play, and that'll be the final out. So 3 big ones stranded here. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless in Wenatchee. It's AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
The 7th appearance of the summer by Reese Hemmerling for the Edmonton RiverHawks. Longest he's gone has been 6 innings. He did that a couple of times against Nanaimo. His record is 2-1 on the summer, and those 2 longer outings against Nanaimo, he actually took a loss in one of those and won one. His other win came against Port Angeles in a 5-1 decision where he went 5 innings. So back for his 2nd inning of work is Reese Hemmerling, the 6'1", 185-pound junior going to South Carolina upstate. He will face Izzy Madriaga, Jihee Lee, and Elijah Palaio here, number 3, 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Wenatchee AppleSox.
Yeah, hopefully we can make him throw a couple more pitches. I had him down for throwing 7 in that first inning.
Wow. That's quick work. And the first pitch is at the knees, but outside for a ball. 1-0 the count to Izzy Madriaga. Done well so far in his late arrival to Wenatchee. Madriaga hitting .316 coming into the game tonight. The senior from Lewis and Clark State. This pitch misses away for ball 2. So we got 2 from LC State. We were having that conversation last Friday. They had it listed on the roster as Lewis and Clark Community College, but no, I looked it up. They're both at LC State. Home of the Warriors. We'll talk about a baseball factory there. This pitch is a fastball, a little bit low. Catcher Jason Green gave a kind of a triple take at home plate before tossing that ball back on the mound. Looked pretty good.
If you look at Izzy here, when he steps in the box, he doesn't look at the pitcher right off the get-go. So as he steps in here, watch, he'll look at the third base dugout, and I don't know what he focuses on there, but he's probably got something over here to focus in on, and then looks out at the pitcher.
And it's a 5-pitch walk to Madriaga to start off the inning for the Wenatchee AppleSox.
Yeah, Ed Sheff, if you went and played for Ed Sheff back in the day, you sometimes would have to fight for your position, like literally get in a fist fight to see who was going to be the second baseman for the weekend. Like, who wants it? So they would fight.
Well, Madriaga without a stolen base so far this summer in his time in Wenatchee. So he's over at first base, and a take here on the first pitch by Ji-Hee Lee, who leads the club in batting, by the way. Just very quietly 369 hitter on the summer. How about
pretty
that?
Good. That's pretty good. And I like this, too, that they're being very patient.
Yeah, they've tried to take a lot of first pitches.
Well,
here.
this is now, we haven't swung this half inning, right? So that's 7 pitches.
He had 1 strike that was a cold strike.
Yeah. So 7 straight pitches where we haven't swung, which is good when you have a guy.
Do you think that's a conversation that happened in the dugout between innings? Or?
I would think so, because he throws a little sidearm, so it's good to see a guy's angle on it. So if I was going to go up and hit, I would probably take a pitch right now too, just because his arm angle is so much different than a traditional guy. And we haven't
the 8
really
pitches so far, 7 have been balls.
Yeah.
And Ji-Hee Lee will take this one in for a strike, and the count goes to 3-1. So 2 batters in a row, a 3-1 count here by Reese Hemmerling.
And we haven't traditionally this year, from the games that we've watched, we have not hit guys that throw from down under a little bit very well.
Pitch here is hit hard but foul up the third base side. So the count now full to Lee at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
That being said, though, we have a lot of guys that weren't here early in the year.
This is true, too.
Yeah.
Runner at first base is Madriaga in a scoreless game here in the bottom of the second. Nobody out for the AppleSox. And pitch low for ball 4. So back-to-back walks here. Puts runners at first and second, and that brings up Elijah Palayo.
See if he'll have him drop one down here. See if we can advance some runners and get a couple guys in scoring position. See if he remembers all the signs from last year. Great bunt right there.
Up the third baseline.
That's a tough play.
Tough play, high throw, and it goes off with a backup man. Run's going to score. AppleSox on top, 1-0.
And what did you talk about, Eric? It's hard for the first baseman, the pitcher, and the right fielder to see the ball, and that's exactly what happened on that. It was going to be a great play by the third baseman there, but just the ball got in the sun going towards the first baseman there. So,
can I give him a bunt single with an E on the throw, or are you going to say E all the way?
That's got to be an error.
Okay.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because it's a sacrifice. So that might be considered a sacrifice with an error on the throw, but I wouldn't give him a.
That was the intent.
Yeah.
So sack bunt E5?
That's what I would probably call that.
All right. Good. That makes Palayo not having an official at bat.
Right. And that was a great bunt, too. Get it down the line here.
Pitch here is in for a strike to Jake Sanko. 0-1 the count to Sanko. Sophomore from Grand Canyon. Batting .266, playing second base tonight, and that is kind of a rare position for him defensively. Pitch on the way, low and inside for a ball. 1-1 the count as Reese Hemmerling having a little control issues here in this second inning.
Yeah, like I said, this is really good to get his pitch count up because we didn't look great against him in the first inning. And
this pitch is a nice frame by the catcher, Jason Green. I think that helped out his pitcher. That pitch looked a little low, but he brought it back in the strike zone. By the way, Palayo last year for the AppleSox in 27 games hit .283. So nice to have Elijah Palayo back. This pitch swung on and grounded to the shortstop. And Ole dropped the baseball. Did everything perfect until the transfer from his glove to his hand. And then the swim, it goes behind him out to shallow center. And another run will score AppleSox up 2-0.
You know, sometimes when you beat good teams, you need to get lucky from time to time, and that one right there, we'll count that up to us getting lucky. You know, we would have scored a run on that no matter what, but to have nobody out here, this is helpful.
Runners on the corners now for Kanoa Morisaki, and the pitch to him is taken for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to count. Morisaki catching tonight out of Cal State Bakersfield, batting .200. He's done well in the last week to get his average back up there.
Yeah.
He was struggling there for a while in the 116 area.
You know, sometimes too, a guy that plays defensively as well as he does can survive in that position, because what a key role that is.
Yeah.
Being catcher there, framing pitches and having command of your pitching staff and everything else. That's where Cal Raleigh is so good, because the pitching staff loves him.
Yes. Definitely. He and Logan Gilbert have a very special relationship between the two.
Well, and so does Brian Wu. They live together.
Fastball here misses up for ball 3, so 3-1 to count. So a lot of pitches being thrown by Reese Hemmerling here in this second frame. 2 runs are in for the AppleSox, now leading at 2-0 with runners on the corners. Pelayo at third, Senko at first, Morisaki with a count in his favor at 3-1. Pitch on the way by Hemmerling, swung on, popped up, foul, and out of play towards the concession stand area here, and the count runs full to Morisaki at 3-2. First of a 3-game set between these two clubs. They'll play again tomorrow and again on Thursday at 6:35 here at the ballpark. Come out to Paul Thomas, enjoy some summer sunshine and baseball like it was meant to be, wood bat baseball. Runner from first goes. The pitch is high and outside for ball 4. So the bases are loaded here, and still nobody out for the AppleSox.
Yeah, this is a great way to turn around after that first inning. Go 1, 2, 3 in the first inning, and now we've had this our 6th batter to the plate. Nobody out yet.
Pitching coach Jamie Wilson coming out to have a word with Hemmerling, and we talked about his numbers on the summer. He's not struggled much at all.
No.
But struggling here to find the strike zone in this particular frame, as Philip Chong will step up next, the center fielder. AppleSox Baseball brought to you in part by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. They're committed to preserving the environment, not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Along with Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel, as Gabe Norblit, our umpire, home plate umpire, comes out to break up the meeting on the mound here. And the RiverHawks coming in with a 5-game winning streak. They're 9-3 in the second half, leading the division in that second half race. If they can hang on to that first place position in the second half, they would get the number 2 seed heading into the postseason. But right now, things a little tough here in Wenatchee tonight, the first of this 3-game series. Pitch, and in the bunt was Chong. The ball hit him in the back, and a run's going to score. Wenatchee up 3-0.
I was just going to say, we need to make sure we get a run or 2 out of this, and good job by Philip Chung to give up the body to get a run for your team right there.
Well, he gets the RBI in the process. And now 3 runs in, still nobody out, still bases loaded, and back to the top of the order for Adam Haight. Was a dangerous man out of Oregon State to face Hemmerling right now.
Yeah.
Pitch on the way to him is high and inside, some chin music there. And a count 1-0 on Adam Haight. And now finally, Edmonton sends a right-hander down to the bullpen to quickly start warming up.
Mason Chamberlain going down there.
Pitch in the, looked good, but I guess a little inside for ball 2 to Haight. 2 balls and no strikes. The AppleSox have now brought the 7th man to the plate here in the inning. 3 runs are in and threatening to score more here and break this game wide open. Now I got to look at the numbers this summer for Wenatchee. This pitch is in there for a strike, and the count goes 2-1. Second inning, they seem to have done a lot of damage.
Yeah, I could recall against Kamloops, I think we scored 6 runs in that one game and then didn't score again, right?
Yeah, and didn't score again and ended up losing the game in 10 innings. 2-1 the count. Pitch here is a little inside for ball 3. That's several times that Jason Green, the home plate or the catcher behind home plate, is kind of pumped, waiting for that strike to come from the man behind him in black, and it just hasn't happened. 3-1 count here to Adam Haight with the bases jammed. Pitch on the way is
ball 4.
Ball 4. Another RBI. AppleSox up 4-0.
I like to see that patience at the plate, like we talked about. Be patient here. He's obviously having troubles throwing strikes.
Boy, and these guys at the plate have, good eyes aside from, Sean getting plunked there. Some of these pitches have been pretty close. Hard to not swing at.
Yeah.
But Wenatchee's shown the discipline to not do so, as Hemmerling here hasn't had help from his defense. He's also walked 4 batters in the inning. 4 runs are in for the AppleSox as the bases are still loaded. And the first pitch here into Cade Martinez is a called strike, 0-1 to count.
Yeah, but good job by Cade not swinging at that pitch right there, because that was
make him throw a strike.
That was a very well placed pitch, and so why swing at that?
Pitch on the way here by Hemmerling. Swung.
There we go.
Fair ball inside the bag at third, all the way out to left field. 1 run scores, 2 run scores, and the AppleSox now lead it 6-0 on a 6th spot and a 2-run double by Cade Martinez.
Great piece of hitting right there. Good effort by their third baseman too. Diving play on that one, but just snuck right past him, and everybody going on the ground ball there, so it will get 2 runs. See if Evan can get plunked here.
Yeah, first base is open, by the way.
Right? Oh, well, got a new pitcher coming in, so.
We'll find out who that is when we come back after this 60-second timeout. The AppleSox batting around here in the second inning. 6 runs in so far, and by the way, nobody out. We'll take a break, come back. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, and the AppleSox have struck a little gold here in this second inning, scoring 6 so far and chasing Reese Hemmerling from the ball game, who goes, well, an inning plus, can't get a single out here in the second inning, and for the AppleSox, that's a good thing. And now Mason Chamberlain is in there, 6 foot, 190-pound junior from Missouri Valley College, originally from Victoria, BC. His numbers, he's 1-0 with a 2.70 earned run average. He is making his 9th appearance of the summer. 13 1/3 innings pitched. He's struck out 5, walked 4, has given up 12 hits, and a 2.70 earned run average on the new pitcher in for the Edmonton RiverHawks. A little trivia for you, Brandon.
Yes.
As I'm getting bugged by a fly here. It's the only problem when there is no wind. You usually have a bug issue here at Paul Thomas. So name the town in which a former team in the West Coast League was named the RiverHawks.
Oof.
You go back to Ed Nags and winning the West Coast League title.
Yeah, that was when I was out of the valley, I believe.
Hey, that doesn't matter. You're a baseball guy.
Okay, I'm going to go with Pasco.
Pasco. That's a good guess. You were correct about the 509 part of it. Pitch here, swung on and grounded up the third baseline, backhanding the ball to third baseman, and he'll throw across. And a tag over there by the first baseman, Max Stagg, on the throw from Lenahan. And they will retire the first out of the inning on Evan Cloyd here on a ground out. 1 out, and back to where it all began with Izzy Madriaga. I'll give you one more guess.
Not in the Tri-Cities, huh?
Nope.
RiverHawks.
Yes.
Spokane.
That narrows it down. Yeah, Spokane.
Spokane.
Spokane, okay. RiverHawks.
Yeah, I was thinking Pasco. Oh,
Pitch
get over his head.
Swung
There we
on,
go.
hit into right center field.
Scores
That's
2.
going to score 2 more. AppleSox up 8-0.
There we go. Just snuck by him. I thought that was going to get over his head, but it actually just got to the side of him there. We'll take that.
Haight comes home to score. Cade Martinez comes home to score.
So,
and the only one not to score in this inning is Evan Cloyd.
Yeah. So the interesting thing there is we were so incredibly patient on when Himmerling, excuse me, Himmerling was in, and here we've swung at the first 2 pitches.
We expect a new guy in who's probably going to try to bear down and throw over the plate.
Yeah.
Ji-hee Lee takes the first pitch here on his second time to the plate here in this half inning for the AppleSox.
And I'm not in disagreement with how the ball was hit, too.
Right.
Both those balls were hit well. But it was just interesting to see the patience. And then, because we didn't swing at first pitch except for when we had the sacrifice by Pelayo. That was the only time that we swung at the first pitch.
It's been 4 walks in the inning for the AppleSox. Been a hit batsman. This pitch is taken for a strike at the count, a ball and 2 strikes now on Ji-hee Lee. Big hits in the inning have been the 2-run double by Cade Martinez and now just a 2-run single by Izzy Madriaga. 8 runs in here in the second inning for the AppleSox. Pitch on the way. Swung on and hit up the left side, goes off the third baseman's glove. Lenahan straightens and throws, not in time.
Good job staying with that, but better job of running the bases there by Ji-hee Lee, huh?
So Lee aboard, down to second goes Madriaga. We'll see how they score that. Coach, what are you scoring now?
I'm probably going to call that an error. That's a play that I can guarantee you that
he'll tell you that he should make.
Yeah.
Backhanded attempt by Lenahan at third base, and runners at first and second with just 1 out in the inning brings up Elijah Pelayo.
I don't know if they gave that a hit or not. Do we have only 3 hits on the day?
There's 2 in this inning.
Yeah, 2, so they gave that a hit.
They did. No. So 1, yeah, 2. So they gave
that ball's hit really well.
It's going to be caught by the left fielder, and off the bag quite a bit was the runner at second, and having to scramble back is Madriaga. And not a bad idea by Madriaga on a ball hitting a gap like that to get a good lead, because if that drops, he scores.
Yeah, well, if it drops, he scores, and if it's caught, he's not going to be able to tag and get to third base on that anyway. So that was a perfect read by him. I think he got a little bit nervous, though, when it was caught. He was hustling back there.
He was 3/4 of the way down to third base at the time. Check swing here, going around, I think, is Sanko. They appeal. Looked like that bat went clear over the front of the plate from this angle.
You and I are seeing different things.
I thought you were in favor of the pitchers mostly.
No.
Oh, okay. So 1-0 the count to Jake Sanko here, who scored earlier this inning. This pitch misses for a ball. 2-0 the count to Sanko. Got aboard on an error on the shortstop earlier this inning. We're only in the second here, gang, and it's an 8-0 AppleSox lead and just 3 hits to show for it. Pitch on the way, swung on and hit down the left field line. That's going to be foul. And
thank goodness for that fence over there. Somebody would have been wearing that in their kneecaps.
2-1 to count to Sanko. So Mason Chamberlain in relief here of Reese Heminger here in the second. 2 outs in the inning for the AppleSox. And this pitch bounces in for a ball. Everybody stays right where they are. On a 3-1 count to Sanko. Good stop by Jason Green, the catcher for the RiverHawks. Yeah, the RiverHawks in Spokane used the Indian Stadium as their home. That was a fun place to call baseball, yes.
Yeah.
3-1 pitch is a fastball, ball 4.
Man, they have done some massive improvements to that stadium.
Have they really?
Yeah.
I haven't been there in years. Well, I haven't been there since the RiverHawks were in the West Coast League.
Really? Yeah, we went there last summer with the River Dogs out of Moses Lake. My son was playing for them, and we ended up going and getting to watch a game there. And one of the guys that played for me, he was the clubhouse manager, so he walked us into the clubhouse and showed us all the new stuff that they've done there. And so now that stadium is capable of having a AAA team.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so they've made it
good for Spokane.
All the specs and everything are up to snuff, so a AAA team can go in there.
Bases loaded in the inning here for the AppleSox, and Jason Green does a nice job of stopping a ball that bounced in front of the batter's box. And a count 1-1 strike on Kanoa Morisaki, up for the second time this inning. He walked and scored. 8 runs in here for the AppleSox. This is the 14th hitter to come to the plate.
I like that.
Crooked number tonight for the Sox here in the second. Now it's up to the pitching staff to hang on to it. Pitch on the way here, bounces in for another ball, and the count goes to 2-1 on Morisaki.
Yeah, hopefully they can keep this, do you call it bus leg? Jet leg if you're flying, bus leg?
Bus leg, yeah.
Yeah.
2-1 the count to Morisaki. Pitch on the way, he'll take, and it's a strike, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good pitch.
At third base for the AppleSox is Izzy Madriaga. Jihi Lee's out at second base, and Jake Sanko at first with 8 runs in and a 2-2 count to Kanoa Morisaki. Pitch by Mason Chamberlain is on the way. And this bounces in, goes all the way to the backstop.
Great read.
And running home on the play is the runner from third. Another run will score. Madriaga scores on a head-first slide, and it's now a 9-0 AppleSox lead, and the count goes full to Morisaki.
You know, we've talked about that a lot, about how short of a porch this is behind, and that ball bounced up, and he was able to see that it was snaked away from him. So that's one of those ones where you keep on getting off and off and off as a runner at third base until you see it corralled, and it wasn't getting corralled, so he was able to go on that.
Morisaki with the 3-2 pitch to him, swung on and hit in the air to right field. Long run for the right fielder in foul territory, and that's going to get out of play. So Morisaki ahead of that ball. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by BioSports Physical Therapy, Aquatherapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics, all you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net, open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. They close the book on Reese Hemmerling. He gives up 8 of the 9 runs here.
That does not help an ERA.
No. Pitch here, swung on and hit into center field, and coming in on it and making the catch is Drew Veach. That'll be it for Wenatchee, but they bat around and then some and score 9. We'll head to the third. AppleSox on top 9-0. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Welcome to the summer of good. Good people, good taste, good vibes, and good, well, everything. When you're ready for some old-fashioned good, Abby's is your place. We've been celebrating summers around the PNW for over 60 years. At Abby's, good is a legendary tradition.
Holy pepperoni, Abbey Man. It's the hometown hero bursting onto the scene this July at a special price, starring classic pepperoni, green peppers, and Italian sausage. One bite and wham. Don't miss the summer's biggest blockbuster. The hometown hero has arrived at Abby's.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Well, a good start for the AppleSox with 9 runs in the second inning as they brought 14 men to the plate and now have a 9-0 lead as we head to the top of the third. Max Stagg, Trenton Lenahan, and Grant Iserman due up here for the RiverHawks as they find themselves a deep hole from which to climb. And we saw that last Friday where the AppleSox scored a run, in the second inning, and then added, 3-4 more, and then added some more and added some more. Suddenly it's an 11-1 finish.
Right.
And We talked about that long bus ride for Nanaimo to get here. They were halted by construction twice.
Yeah.
I don't know what the travel was for the RiverHawks to get here, but tough to get off the bus on game one.
Yes, it is. Well, the difference is, though, is Edmonton actually got to take BP, where Nanaimo
Yeah,
was,
right. Yeah,
hey,
they got here.
Do you want BP or food? We'll take food, coach.
The 1-0 pitch on the way here is outside for a ball. 2-0 the count to Max Stagg, who walked back in the first.
Now, this is where I would like to see Carson Bolzel just lay one over the middle of the plate and
let your
let
defense do the job.
Yep.
Pitch on the way, curveball in there for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1 on Stagg.
Yeah, just took a couple miles an hour off of that and just put it over. I mean, we got an 9-run lead, so let the defense play.
This pitch swung on and a fly ball to left field, driving back the left fielder all the way to the warning track. And on the run, Ji-Hee Lee makes that look routine, but that was by far not routine play out there.
That was not. But you know what, though? I mean, it was caught, so no big deal.
Right.
If that's hit out, no big deal.
Right.
The time you get into trouble is when you start walking guys. And
well, we saw that last inning for Wenatchee. They walked the first two guys.
Yeah.
They come around to score, and then the floodgates open.
Yeah.
Trent Lenahan will step in now. He flew out to center in his first at bat. He'll take the first pitch high for a fastball. And this is where you'd like you talked about, Bolzel, just get ahead, just throw strikes.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, it really takes the pressure off your pitcher, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. Yeah. If you there's a couple things here. You know, one, as a pitcher, you're going to get more action, right? Which is what you want. You want this inning to get over quick and the next inning to get over quick. And for your fielders, they're going to stand out here and go, oh my gosh, he's throwing balls. And how many errors did they have in that last inning? Two, right?
2 errors, yeah.
Yeah.
You and I had him for 3, but the official scoreboard had him for 2.
Yeah.
But I mean, that happens, right? I mean, you get to where you're back on your heels rather than up on the balls of your feet.
And that's the thing too, where a lot of young kids will pitch and then walk down and catch the ball on the grass, and then
pitch here is swung on and belted to right center, and that's going to drop in front of Philip Chong out there for a base hit.
But they'll walk down the mound, catch the ball, walk back up, like 15 seconds in between pitches, and if you're not throwing strikes, everybody around you is falling asleep, and then that's when disasters happen. So keep everybody involved by just throwing strikes, especially when you got this kind of a lead right here.
RiverHawks with a runner on and 1 out, and Grant Eisman will swing at the first pitch, and this is drilled right out to right field to Adam Hates. Camps under it, and you got some help yelling out to him as well.
Yes, yeah. That's where it's so important as infielders to point to the ball, because outfielders sometimes will lose
Don't
it.
see it
They'll
off the bat,
look to
because
you and
right down too, around home plate where the batter is, that swing could be in the shadows right now, and if you're in the outfield directly into the sunshine is where Adam Haight is looking. It might be a little tough to find that ball right away.
Yeah.
Pitch here swung on, and this one's ripped down the right field line.
There
and
we
that's
go.
gonna be caught
Perfect
on the
inning.
run. And how about Adam Haight, and how about the AppleSox? They give up a base hit, but no damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the third. 9-0 AppleSox on top. It's West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE
Les
Channel.
Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Crooked number thrown up by the AppleSox in the second. 9 runs. If you're the AppleSox, though, you don't let the foot off the gas, right? I mean, you got to go up there and continue to get your swings, get your hacks.
Yes, that's for sure. And be patient at the same time, right? So make sure that if you've got pitches that are hittable pitches, don't be just swinging at anything because it's in the strike zone, but you still got to be selective. But don't be sitting up there and taking a bunch of strikes right down the middle just because. And it's important for us here, too, to come out and get a run or two in the next couple innings. Just
We've seen this in the past. We were just talking about that with the AppleSox earlier this summer in a game we broadcast against Kamloops. Scored 6 runs in the, I think, the second inning, and then didn't score again. And then Kamloops kept chipping and chipping and chipping and chipping. They tie it up in the ninth. It goes to 10, and they end up winning it by a run.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was 2 runs that night. They scored 3 in the did they score 3 in the ninth, or it was 3 at one point in time? I think they scored 3 in the ninth. We came back, scored a run in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, to tie it up.
Unraveled. Pitch on the way here is
perfect.
A little bit low.
Last inning we saw 49 pitches. So if you're seeing 49 pitches in an inning, that's going to deplete their pitching staff pretty quick.
Pitch here swung on a miss by Philip Chong, and the count goes to 2-1 on Philip, who was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, so that's a hard way to get an RBI, but still counts in the register, right?
Yeah, and a scored run, too.
2-1 to Chong here to lead it off, and he'll take this pitch low, hits the dirt, count goes to 3-1. The line for Reese Heminger, not one he wants to remember, an inning, 3 hits, 8 runs, 6 of which earned, 4 walks, and a hit batsman. Oh, strike called here to Chung after he flipped the bat away. The umpire waited until after he flipped the bat to call the strike.
This umpire, I know the crowd's not agreeing with it much, but
you're seeing he's pretty accurate.
Yeah, he's been very, very accurate.
3-2 pitch to Chung, swung on a chop to the third baseman, in on the ball. Beautiful play, throw across, and it's in time. What a play by Trent Linehan. Makes up for a gaffe earlier with an unbelievable play at third base.
Yeah, I don't know that I would have taken that backhand, but I've seen him do that a couple times, and he's very, very good at it.
He's very quick at flipping that ball over to his other hand, too, and getting that throw across. So
especially at 6'3".
So
or is he 6'5"?
6'5" is what the roster says. So 1 out here in the third for the Sox. Back to the top of the order for Adam Haight. He'll take the first pitch in for a strike, and the count 0-1 on Haight, who flew out to right in the first and then walked in an RBI in the second and scored. As Wenatchee scored 9 runs in the second inning, lead at 9-0 here in the third. Pitch here is off speed, a little outside for a ball, 1-1 to count. Comfortable evening here at the ballpark. Absolutely.
I was going to say that earlier.
I was going to say, why aren't you golfing right now? This is perfect for a little evening stretch.
It is,
Coach.
If we can get this game over quick, I might head out.
1-1 to count. The pitch here misses for a ball. 2-1 to Adam Haight.
Yeah, after that sunset and there's a little bit of shade on her back, oh my gosh, it feels great right now.
And reading the greens when you have some shadows is a lot easier than in that mix of sun and shade and everything else. Pitch here misses for a ball. 3-1 to count. If you've never been to the Wenatchee Valley and you're watching us from somewhere around the country, come for a visit. You'll love this place. I came here in 1989 and I stayed ever since.
Yeah.
3-1 the count to Haight. Pitch swung on a grounded back past the mound. Second baseman over to his right will field and throw. Nice play over there by Taichi Nakayo.
Sounded like he got that off the end of his bat there.
A little crackage.
Broken bat if.
2 down here in the inning. Cade Martinez will now step up. Martinez with a big 2-run double in that 9-run second inning. He had a big hit, and Madriaga also a big hit with a 2-run single. AppleSox scored, 8 runs before they got their first out. Pitch here swung on a foul back by Martinez. 0-1 to count to Cade. And I would understand the tendency by the AppleSox here. There's a bunch of college kids. It's been a warm day in the Wenatchee Valley today. I'd be thinking about dinner right now.
Oh, yeah.
You're up 9-0.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep that focus.
It is. But you know what? That's one of the best things about baseball. As a player, you get to eat throughout the entire game.
Well, this is true.
They're down there eating sunflower seeds.
There's a knock on bowling for that. That people
they're not
eat during
drinking beer down here.
Well, we don't know that.
That's true.
2-1 to count to Martinez.
Who was the old Pirates coach that used to smoke cigarettes in the?
Well, Lou Pinelli used to smoke cigarettes in the Kingdom.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
They had to tell him when they were going to show a camera in the dugout, so he knew where the camera was, and he put his hand down next to his thigh and not show the cigarette, and then they go away from him and he'd take a quick puff.
Well, and the Boston Celtics coach, he used to smoke cigars on the bench.
Oh yeah. Yep. 3-1 count here.
Red Auerbach?
And Red Auerbach. Walk here with 1 out or 2 outs for the AppleSox, puts Martinez aboard. That'll bring up Evan Cloyd. For a long time in the summers, my dad was a commercial fisherman in Alaska, and I worked on his gillnet fishing boats in Bristol Bay, Alaska. And Alaska very famous for their bush pilots. That's the #1 way to get around is by air, than by road, because they don't have a lot of roads there. And there was a bush pilot that would fly if he was drunk, which usually meant a good thing. He's a guy that would fly in bad weather and get you where you need to go. But the telltale on him is if he had his cigar lit when you got in the bush plane to fly, then you knew he had been drinking.
Oh, jeez.
They had to call him out of the Red Dog in Dillingham and tell him, okay, finish up that drink. You've got passengers that need to get to Neck.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah. This pitch misses for a ball.
Thank goodness it's a different world.
George, I can't think of his last name right now, but the first name was George. But my dad told me that before I went up there. I started there when I was 11 years old. Jeez. That was an experience in and of itself. 1-1 to count here to Evan Cloyd. Runner from first goes. The pitch is outside. The throw down to second base.
Good,
not
Cade.
in time. Stolen base for Cade Martinez.
Jim Leland. He was the coach of the Pirates.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And then the Detroit Tigers as well.
That's right. Oh, man. Back in the day, and you see some of those old videos now and old film of those coaches that may have been mic'd up.
Yeah.
And just some of the razzing they give umpires. Holy cow. You talk about needing to have a thick skin.
Yeah.
Cloyd takes the next pitch for a ball. 3-1 to count with 2 outs here for the AppleSox in the bottom of the third inning, leading at 9-0 over the Edmonton RiverHawks. Again, we have a situation where the 2 uniform tops by both teams very similar in color. Pitch on the way is...
I like these colors.
Ball 4.
The light blue and red, I like that combo.
Well, you being an Eastmont
That's true.
person,
That's true.
Very Eastmont-ish.
It is.
It's almost that Columbia blue.
Yes.
So 2 on for the AppleSox brings up Izzy Madriaga.
Bright red and Columbia blue.
My school colors at Cedar Woolley were also red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
They changed that while I was in high school. They added,
more red,
added red to it.
Oh, they did?
It was blue and white before that.
See, I think aren't they just blue and white now?
I think they are, yeah. I think they've dropped the red. But the reason we added red to it is because that was the old days when we used those rubber footballs.
Yeah.
And we ran a full house backfield. And so the quarterback would fake to 2 guys and give it to 1 guy. This pitch is off the first baseman's glove, going to score another run. AppleSox lead it 10-0.
100% a hit on that one.
Izzy Madriaga with a couple of hits in the ballgame now. Give him 3 RBI as well, as Martinez scores easily from second base. Nice attempt on the leap there by Max Stagg going to his right, but he can't get it. Evan Cloyd winds up down at third base on the play. And that'll bring up Jihee Lee. So the AppleSox just continue to add on here, 10-0. You talked about let's get another run here, more support. This pitch taken for a ball, 1-0 the count. But the coaching staff at Cedar Woolley back then instructed all the ball carriers, all the runners, to grab their jersey front, grab their numbers on the front of their jersey, and bunch it up. This pitch
really
is smoked to center field, but right at Drew Veach out there, who will make the catch for the out.
You got to be pleased with that swing right there if you're G.E. Lee.
That was something else. All right, the AppleSox get a run on a base hit. They leave man. We'll head to the 4th inning here in Wenatchee with the AppleSox on top, 11-0. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
I said heading into the break it was 11-0. I guess I was just trying to, add more just internally. It's 10-0 that scores. We head to the top of the 4th inning, and it will be the bottom of the order for the RiverHawks coming up. Shiri Sato, Mitchell Middlemiss, and Drew Veach. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. For all your real estate needs in Central Washington, give them a call at 509-888-8887. That's 509-888-8887. And by Global Car Care, your vehicle is their number one priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pick-up and drop-off available too. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. Sato 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out back in the second inning, and he'll take the first pitch high for a ball. As Carson Bolzel continues in relief here for the AppleSox in his make that 3rd inning of relief for Wenatchee after Dylan Schlinger started it. Pitch here swung on and hit in the air to left field and spinning around to find the ball. That's a heck of a play by Ji-Hee Lee.
Yeah.
He was looking right, had to turn all the way around and find it again, and he's able to corral it for the catch.
And again, well-struck ball. That's 4 balls that have been hit pretty well by Edmonton, but 5 pretty well hit balls, but 4 outs out of it. So keep on throwing strikes and keep on letting them hit fly balls to us. 1
out as Middlemiss steps up, and the pitch to him is a fastball high for ball 1. Middlemiss base hit in the second. I'll tell you, Edmonton had their chances in that second inning, and you look at what happened in the bottom half of that inning after they had the bases loaded on 3 hits in that inning and did not score a single run. And then Wenatchee, bam, they take advantage of walks. And 4 walks, a hit batsman, and they string together a couple of hits, and next thing you know, it's a 9 spot on the board.
Right. Well, and they had an opportunity in the first inning, too.
Yeah, they did.
Had 2 runners on with 1 out.
Couple of walks, yeah. Pitch here is a little bit high for a ball. 2-1 the count to Mitchell Middlemiss, University of British Columbia product for the Edmonton RiverHawks. Middlemiss from Chilliwack, BC. And this pitch is fouled back.
That was a good swing right there. He was right on that one.
At 2-2, growing up in Skagit County, as we talked about a little bit earlier. Chilliwack was a band from Chilliwack. And had a couple of pop hits. We, being that close to the Canadian border, we'd get a lot of Canadian radio there. And Canadian radio, I don't know if it's still the case, but has to play 60% of their music they play on radio has to be Canadian artists.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. Represent your country.
That's right. 3-2 count to Middlemiss here. And the pitch by Bolzel swung on and hit to the left side. Through for a base hit.
That's all right. Make something happen, and he's doing a good job of that right now. It's a good piece of hitting right there, but
2 hits by the number 8 man in the order for Edmonton. That'll bring up Drew Veach, who struck out swinging in the second. He's 0 for 1. So Chilliwack's big hit Let's see. I had it in my head just a minute ago. Dan Kuntz, if he's watching right now, he goes, "Oh, I know."
Yeah.
He being
he's that music guy,
man that he is, yes. Pitch here misses for a ball. 1-0 the count to Drew Veach. The first strikeout, actually second strikeout of the game for Carson Bozel back when he took over in the second inning. Veach looking at a 1-0 pitch coming his way. He'll swing and foul it off and count even at 1-1 strike.
Go, Carson! You're still trying to think
Tell
of
it to the telephone.
Tell it to the telephone.
Was their big hit. Yes. Now, this is 80s, so you can just imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Long hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tight jeans.
Check swing here is strike 2, according to the home plate umpire. He went around, so the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Tell it to the telephone. Tell it to the telephone. Yeah, that was. Yeah. I'll stop singing right now. 1-2 the count to Veach. Pitch is a check swing. He did not offer close enough, so the count evens now to Veach. 2 balls.
Good pitch right there. See if he can fish for one after he fished for one in the dirt there.
Yeah.
See if he couldn't fish for another one.
Runner at first base with 1 out for Edmonton here in the 4th inning. 10-0 AppleSox on top. Pitch by Bozel. Swung on a miss. Wow. That was
gas
cooking
right there.
And that's the 5th strikeout of the game for the AppleSox pitching staff, which means free socks for the fans here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. See, one more reason to come out and watch live baseball in person. And I don't remember the last time Wenatchee pitching staff did not get 5 strikeouts in a game.
I'm in agreement.
Your chances are almost 100% that you'll have a chance to get free stuff here at the ballpark. 2 outs of the 4th, back to the top of the order for Taichi Nakayo. He's 1 for 2 with a base hit and a strikeout. First pitch misses for a ball. 1-0 the count. Carson Bozel wants a new baseball. Doesn't even want to have a chance to have to throw that one again. Throws it over to the dugout side. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses up. 2-0 the count. Yeah, the only drawback from what we're seeing from Carson Bozel there is he's falling behind batters.
Yeah, he's falling behind every batter this inning.
2-0 count. Of course, it's also difficult, although swing and a miss here, and the count goes to 2-1. Bozel came in to pitch the top of the 2nd inning.
Right.
He gets him out and then has to go sit for a long time. While Wenatchee scores 9 runs in the bottom of the 2nd, brought 14 men to the plate. That's a long time to sit. Curveball here is in for a strike at the count, even now to Nakayo at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I like this. Just attack them.
Runner at first is Mitchell Middlemiss with 2 outs in the inning. Pitch on the way, swung on, cued off the end of the bat, off the glove of the first baseman. Pitcher covering. Nice job by second baseman Jake Sanko to attempt to get the out there. Safe at first on the single is Nakayo.
That again is Sanko's playing so far in the hole there. And obviously, like I've said many a times, they know the scouting report better than what I do, but I see him pushed so far up the middle, which has given up a lot of ground, and it's hurt us a couple times. But again, they know the scouting report better than I do. So
Kyle Yip steps up. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Pitch to him is fastball in for a strike, 0-1 to count. And they're finally getting ahead of a batter is Carson Bozel.
91-mile-an-hour fastball on that one.
Our field now completely in shadows and nary a breath of wind here at the ballpark. The 0-1 pitch on the way by Bozel is again snapping the webbing of the glove of catcher Kanoa Morisaki, but missing outside for ball 1 is Carson Bozel. .408 to center field here at Paul Thomas. What did we say, 330 down the lines?
330 and 335, I believe.
Pitch here is in the dirt.
Great job there.
Nice job by Morisaki to keep runners right where they are.
You know, if you pay attention to the way that catchers are catching, they talk about the one knee down now. Nobody ever had that, but now everybody has the one knee down. And somebody was talking the other day when I was listening.
Pitch here is swung on, and that's going to be drilled into center field. Going to give Edmonton a chance at their first run. Here comes the throw home. The tag is not in time, but what a throw by Philip Chong out there from center field.
Yeah.
Give an RBI to Kyle Yip as Middle Miss comes home to score on the play. It's 10-1 now.
But I always thought, you know, 2 feet down is going to give you a better opportunity to block a ball, but they said that the one knee down now is so much better of a blocking position than what the 2 was. So the whole...
Unless the ball goes in the dirt to your knee down side.
But then they can slide that over. So they were talking about it, and I'm in agreement with you on that. Just not knowing the catching position that well.
Well, being a former catcher, but I was also back in the day when we weren't the athletes that they are now.
Right. Yeah.
And as nimble as they can be now.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that they have to replace their feet.
Close play on a snap throw by Morisaki to Cloyd over there at first base. Max Stagg ahead in the count now at 2-0.
But replacing the feet takes a little bit of time, and here you've got one down, so you're already in that blocking position. So
sure.
And everybody is doing it now too. So they.
Well, if you start them that way and you teach them the right way, it doesn't matter how it's done. It's the fundamentals. If you get the fundamentals early, and it's consistent on the coaching, the teaching, and everything else, and drills, then. Well, more power to it.
Yeah.
I mean, there've been, Pudge was a guy just couldn't stand watching catch.
Right.
Because I'm like, yeah, get your knee off the ground.
Yeah.
Pitch is in there for a strike.
And you think, oh my gosh,
the count to Stagg at 2-2.
He's being lazy, but he just had such good hands that he could pick those.
Yep. And he also, my dad was a catcher too, and so he was a coach, and we'd watch somebody like that, and then they cross their body and pick stuff outside rather than getting their body scooted out and getting their body in front of it. Swing and a miss here.
Big strike out there against that guy.
Here in the inning. But Edmonton does get a run on 3 hits. They have out-hit the AppleSox here in the game, but Wenatchee leads it 10-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas, and introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and Eniac. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place.
AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Harvest Valley Pest Control, living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. That's 509-423-2207. Elijah Palaio will lead it off, followed by Jake Sanko and Kanoa Morisaki here in the bottom of the 4th. If you just joined us, AppleSox scoring 9 runs in the second, add another in the third to go up 10-0. And Edmonton finally broke through on the scoring column with a run in the top of this inning. So it's 10-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th, and Palaio stepping in to face Mason Chamberlain, second pitcher for Edmonton in the ball game. An off-speed offering to Palaio. He'll take for a ball. 0-1 to count, for a strike. called by our home plate umpire. Again, Gabe Norblit is behind home plate. Matthew DeGray out there on the base pass. The 0-1 pitch swung on and chopped off the plate, foul on the third base side. So the count quickly 0-2 on Pelayo. Pelayo with a sacrifice bunt and then an error on the third baseman on the throw back in the second. That really sort of exacerbate the situation after a couple of leadoff walks in the second by Reese Hemmerling. He's on the hook for this one, allowing 6 earned runs, 8 total in his inning plus. And Pelayo will take.
That was a strike.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those double clutches by Jason Green tonight, thinking he was going to get a strike called and then not. 1-2 the count to Pelayo, leadoff man here in the fourth. This pitch swung on and hit in the air, and that's going to drop in for a base hit to left field. So Pelayo with a base hit for Wenatchee. That's only their 5th hit to the ball games. You think, you look at all the scoring, well, they got to have a bunch of hits to go with it.
Yeah.
No, not necessarily. Jake Sanko now steps up, who got aboard on an error on the shortstop as they got back-to-back errors in that second inning. So Hemmerling wasn't helped out by his defense too much there for a stretch. This pitch swung on and hit in the air to right field and in foul territory and out of play. Well, not quite out of play.
Yeah, that was close there, wasn't it? I saw Pelayo. He was getting a lead, and then he's like, "Oh no, that's foul. I better get back." So because he can tag on that.
Sure.
Catch the ball going away. Go ahead and
especially
tag
with that right fielder making such a long run out there.
Right.
Pitch here is high for a ball. 1-1 to count to Sanko.
Pelayo doesn't take a very big lead over there. I don't know if he's just trying to get his timing down and then get a little giddy up and go or what. But
we saw Pelayo has a lot of speed in his time with the AppleSox last summer. Curveball here is missing for a ball. 2-1 to count to Jake Sanko. So Sanko with a run tonight and a walk. Runner for first goes, pitch swung on and fouled up the third baseline. Think that was a Pelayo just attempt to steal, or do you think that was a run and hit?
I think that was an attempt of steal.
2-2 now the count after the foul ball by Sanko. Right-hander continues to warm up down to the bullpen for Edmonton. This pitch swung on, popped up behind home plate, and the catcher trying to make a play for it. It'll head just on the other side of the net here, protecting our fans at Paul Thomas.
Yeah, that almost hit Kanoa Morisaki through the net.
Yeah, the net does have a little bend to it here behind home plate. It is anchored on the top by a cabling system, and then anchored on the bottom by a cabling system. The bottom part of the net is about 3 feet back of the top part, so there's a swoop to it. Pitch here, strike called, and gone looking is Sanko. So 1 out for the AppleSox. And let's go back here and take a look. That's the first strikeout in relief for Mason Chamberlain. In fact, that is the first strikeout of the game for the pitching staff for Edmonton. That brings up Kanoa Morisaki. Or is it?
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay.
First strikeout.
Runner from first goes. The pitch swung on and popped up foul. Catcher giving it a look. I didn't see where it went.
Almost on your head.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the help there, Coach.
I was going to catch it.
I didn't see you leaning my way to protect my noggin.
It was past us.
Oh, okay. All right. 0-1 to count to Morisaki here, who walked and scored in the second, came around again and flew out to center in the second inning. Pitch to him on the 0-1 is a little bit high for a ball. 1-1 to count. We'll get you up to date on some other games going on, including the Mariners tonight taking on Milwaukee after being shut out last night.
Oh, man.
It's already in the bottom of the 6th inning in Seattle, scoreless between the Brewers and the Mariners.
Kirby had such a good game going, too.
5 innings of hitless baseball. And then
the 6th inning
it just fell apart. 2-1 to count to Morisaki as he takes that next pitch. Kanoa back in the left-handed batter's box. And the runner from first goes. The pitch is high. The throw down to second base hits the mound. I don't think you're going to quite get the throw out on that.
No. Seeing that, we might be stealing a couple more bases, huh?
Yeah. So Pelayo out at second base now, and the count runs to 3-1 on Morisaki.
We're getting a lot of balls thrown out tonight.
Yeah.
That's the third one in the the inning here.
It is up to the umpires to rub up the baseballs before the game. They're given, I think, 4 cases of baseballs. This pitch is strike called as Morisaki was already ready to toss his bat out. And both catchers kind of having a little disagreement with the strike zone here tonight.
I agree.
3-2, and that's not going to help your pitching staff much if your catchers are arguing with the umpire. Pitch here, swung on, it goes back to the backstop. Morisaki with his speed is going to be on with the K and a wild pitch.
Ooh, I like this by Pelayo too, thinking, hey, I might take this, because catcher threw it back to the pitcher while he was still standing at the back of the backstop there. Give him a little bit of space, but yeah, so I'd say KE2 on that, right?
I had it as a wild pitch.
Okay, I'll agree with you.
So Chang will step up now with runners on the corners for the AppleSox. And the pitch to him is swung on and fouled back by Chamberlain. 0-1 the count to Chong, who was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the second in that 9-run second inning where Wenatchee brought 14 men to the plate. And he grounded out to third in the third. We're in the fourth in Wenatchee.
That was a great play by Linehan on that one.
Fantastic, yeah. Got a star in my book. Pitch on the way is taken for a strike, and the count
0-2.
Quickly now 0-2 on Phillip. Came into the night batting 167, freshman incoming at Stanford University. Pitch on the way to him, swung on a miss.
He's got that curveball working pretty good there, doesn't he? 2
outs here in the inning. Back to the top of the order for Adam Haight.
That's 3 strikeouts this inning for him.
Yeah, he does have 3. 1 doesn't count because of the wild pitch. And back to the top of the order for Adam Haight. You talk about that now. You had that stolen base by Pelayo. If he strikes out swinging and the runner's at first base instead, he's out.
Yeah.
So that was a big stolen base by Pelayo. Pitch here swung on and fouled away by Haight on the first pitch to him. 0-1 the count. Adam looking for his first safe hit of the night. He's flown out, he's grounded out, and he walked with the bases loaded and scored a run. Haight back in and ready, and so too is Mason Chamberlain. The right-hander's delivery swung on and fouled back, and the count quickly 0-2 on Adam Haight.
Just a little bit behind those, isn't he?
The right-hander that was warming up down to the bullpen looks like he's warmed up and ready. Should Chamberlain run into any more problems here. He does have 2 outs in the inning with runners on the corners as Edmonton trails Wenatchee 10-1 here. Pitch on the way, swung on and hit. That's going to go down for extra bases. 1 run is going to score. Will they try to get 2? They will. Rounding third and heading for home on the play is Morisaki. And into third base, out at third base. Trying to stretch it into a triple was Adam Haight, and he is out. But he will get a double to his credit and get 2 RBIs in the inning. And the AppleSox lead at 12-1 now as we head to the 5th. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hi, folks. Welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can lift this up. Time warranty.
Great. I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
A new video game, a movie, dinner with friends. There are a lot of things worth saving up for. Vapes aren't cheap, and buying pods over and over can stop you from affording things you want more. When it comes to your money, choose what matters. Choose you.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Trent Lanahan, Grant Iserman, and Jason Green do appear in the 5th inning to face Carson Bozel. No, is it Carson Bozel still? Okay.
Carson.
I didn't know if that was 22 or 27 right now.
Yep, 22.
Okay, all right. So the AppleSox continue to throw Bozel here as we get to the top of the 5th inning here, as the AppleSox have extended the lead to 12-1 now, getting a couple of runs. And speaking of adding a run, the Seattle Mariners have scored and broken a scoreless tie in the bottom of the 6th inning. And guess who? Cal Raleigh with a home run, his 39th on the season, still leads the league in home runs.
That's amazing.
Although Eugenio Suarez is closing the gap there. Have you seen that?
No.
He's up to 35, I think, now.
Holy cow.
This pitch swung on and fouled off the bat of Lanahan, and the count 0-1 on Trent, who is 1 for 2 tonight with a base hit to center and a fly out to center. So middle of the infield, middle of the outfield. Be ready.
Yes.
0-1 the count to him here. Bozel ready, and the pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back again, and the count quickly 0-2. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop. Schedule your tee time at 509-884-4653. That's 884-4653. By the way, they got fantastic food, too, if you haven't been to the Highlander, and a gorgeous view.
It is a great view from over there.
This pitch, fastball, boy, it's
good pitch.
Coming with some oomph to it.
Yeah.
Misses a little high, 1-2 the count. Still nobody warming up down to the bullpen,
Nope.
but now I thought I saw somebody motioning for somebody to warm up. They were waving at a fan down there.
Oh.
Okay, got it. 1-2 the count to Lanahan here.
Yeah.
And Bozel ready. Pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up, foul, and out of play.
That's the one thing that you talked about earlier. You came here in 1989, you said?
Yep.
And never left. The views from around this valley are spectacular. Went mountain biking today and got up on top of number 2, and just the views from up there are just like
especially early
crazy.
morning or about this time of the evening. Pitch here swung on a fly ball to shallow right, backing up second baseman Jake Sanko. He'll make the catch for the out. So 1 out here in the 5th inning, and I'm going to go back in time here, and that's third time the AppleSox defense has gotten the first man out in the ball game. That brings up Grant Iserman, who's 0 for 2 so far with a strikeout and a flyout. Yeah, the first time I ever played Highlander back when it was called Ravens Ridge when it first opened. This pitch swung on and hit to at Adam Haight. I'll tell you what, as you retire from this one, head to the hotel tonight if you're Edmonton. It's one of those games where they have hit balls hard.
They have
hard hit balls all over the place. They just haven't found many holes.
Right. But again, this goes back to throw strikes. Let your defense play. They're hitting the ball hard. They've had a lot of hard hit balls, but nothing to account for it, right? So keep on throwing strikes.
Yeah.
And we've got an 11-run lead.
Jason Green fouls the first pitch off, 0-1 to count. Bozel being quick out on the mound. What's his pitch total here so far, Coach?
I've got him at 67.
67?
Yeah.
Okay. Pitch on the way by Bozel here as missing the strike zone for ball 1. 1-1 to count. We've had a lot of activity here at Pangborn Memorial Airport in East Wenatchee with firefighting planes landing and fueling and heading back out.
Wonder what they're going to do in September when they
shut
down
the runway
airport.
down. Yeah, that's a good question. I guess Moses Lake.
Yeah.
For their purposes, because they need a little longer runway. 2-1 to count here to Green with 2 outs in the inning for Edmonton. And the pitch on the way is
crossed him up a little bit.
Yeah, he did. 3-1 to count.
It's a good pitch. Just missed outside on that.
It's about the night we hear these helicopters each night when we come out here to the ballpark.
Yeah,
just not
or those fire planes too.
Not seeing it at this point. Hearing it, obviously.
Oh, there it is, right over the light
East
standard.
Oh, okay, got it.
Right
this
center
pitch.
field. Go
Ball 4.
Now wait a second.
Or did it hit him?
Okay, so this is interesting here. That
runner from
throw the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so this right now is, I was saying that's interesting because it was ball 4. The umpire gave the catcher a new ball. So he's
they got to
go
send him back to first base.
Yeah.
A heads-up play by Jason Green.
Yeah, and that was probably the coach saying, go, 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 because the ball was still sitting back there.
That was ball 4. The ball went past the catcher to the backstop. The umpire stepped aside while the catcher was scrambling after it, tossed a new ball back to the pitcher. Meanwhile, the runner from first goes to second.
And the reason they're going to call that is because at that moment,
as soon as the umpire throws a new ball out, it's a dead ball, so you can't advance.
Which that was
that's a good
mistake
call by
the umpire.
Well, yeah, and a good cover by the umpiring crew here,
right,
to get it right. Even if it looks a little bad, you got to get it right.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
All the umpire can say right here is, "Man,
sorry,
I screwed up.
Yep,
my fault.
Yep.
You can hate me because I'm beautiful, but please don't."
Shiri Sato steps up now, an 0 for 2 night for him. He struck out and flew out to left. Been a busy night for the corners of the outfield tonight. Jihee Lee on left and Adam Haight out there and right. So a runner on with 2 outs, and if you get runners aboard, you want it with 2 outs.
Right.
If you're the
yes.
pitcher. Bozel's first pitch here is in there for a strike. 0-1 to count to Sato. So that was a helicopter we heard in the background. That didn't have a bucket on it. So
no, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. 0-1 to count. Swung on and a fly ball down the right field line. Adam Haight on the run will make the catch just inside the out-of-bounds territory, and he'll end the inning. So a beautiful play in foul territory for Adam Haight, and that'll be the final out here in the top of the 5th. To the bottom of the 5th we go. AppleSox on top, 12-1. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Well, Edmonton will reach for the bullpen here to bring their 3rd pitcher of record out to hurdle. This is number 49, Riley Starkey. Starko or Sanko. Which is it? Starko.
Starko. Yeah. 49.
Starko. And helps if I look at the correct roster in front of me.
Yeah, right.
Starko, 6'2", 190-pound junior from Edmonton Collegiate. He is from Vermilion, Alberta. And this is his first time pitching for the RiverHawks this summer. So there's no book on him.
No.
Unless you've been spending time in Alberta.
Yeah, which I'm sure a lot of these guys haven't.
Yeah, no, not so much. Not so much. AppleSox in this 5th inning will send Kate Martinez, Evan Cloyd, and Izzy Madriaga to the plate. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses, they're building communities. Buying or selling? Call Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're online at kennedygroup.com. That's KENADY group.com. Cade stepping up. He scored a couple of times. He's got a couple of RBIs tonight. He's officially 1 for 2 in the ball game. And the first pitch to him, he'll take, and it's a strike call in the count 0-1. Yes.
I was just looking at the guy that was on deck for Edmonton, and that was Mitchell Middlemiss, and he's had a couple base hits, so that was a huge play there by Adam Haight
with two aboard.
Yeah, track that ball down.
Definitely so. Pitch on the way here, swung on and foul and out of play, and the count 0-2 on Cade. Martinez, batting .301 coming into the game tonight from the University of San Diego. He'll be a senior there this fall. How many of these schools play fall ball in addition to spring ball?
All of them.
All of them.
Yep.
So thus the reason why we lose some guys.
Right.
Because they got to get ready for school and fall ball.
Yeah.
0-2 count to Cade Martinez here. Pitch on the way to him. Swung on and drilled on a line drive. Snagged by Taichi Nakayo out there.
Can't be dissatisfied with that if you're Cade Martinez.
Yeah. Hard hit ball. Kind of Edmonton's luck tonight.
Right.
With hard hit balls all over the place, but a lot of line drive outs. Evan Cloyd is looking for his first hit tonight. He's 0 for 2. Fly out to ground out, and he walked at his last plate appearance and has yet to be hit by a pitch.
That's not something that's said very often.
Been hit by a pitch 13 times between last year and this year in an AppleSox uniform.
Well, 7 in 7 games, right? Is what he was
to start, yes. He'll take the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 the count. We were talking about Evan earlier, and Travis Helm was hit 3 times in a single game. That was back in 2023 against Bend. So 2 times, now 3 times. AppleSox hitter has been hit 3 times in a game, and give that record-tying performance to Evan Cloyd, if you call that a performance. He's tied with John Gebers for 7th most in AppleSox history of being hit by a pitch. This pitch swung on a grounded to the third baseman, backhanding the ball again. Lenahan over there. His throw to first is off the line, but the first baseman comes off the bag, and Max Stagg will make the tag for the out. 5-3 on the putout. And so 2 down here in the 5th inning. Brings up Izzy Madriaga.
That's the second time where ball was hit to the third baseman and the throw was up the line for Evan Cloyd, and he had to come off and get a tag there.
Madriaga having a good night. 2 for 2, scored twice, has a couple of RBI. Make that 3 RBI for Izzy on the night. Wenatchee with a 9 spot in the 2nd. They added a run in the 3rd. Edmonton scored a run in the 4th to make it a 10-1 ball game. Then Wenatchee responded with 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th to make it our score now at 12-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs for the AppleSox. Madriaga takes the first pitch for a ball from reliever Riley Starko. Pitch on the way, swung on a miss. Hefty fastball there. And a count 0-2 here on Madriaga.
Yeah, 84 miles an hour. Just looked a lot quicker because his off-speed pitches are significantly slower, which is a good thing for him.
Pitch here is outside for a ball. 1-2 the count to Madriaga. Some other scores in the West Coast League tonight. We have high scoring a game in Chemeketa baseball field. Marionberry's leading Yakima Valley. This is in the bottom of the 5th inning. 8-5 in that one. Bellingham all over Port Angeles on the road tonight. The Bells lead that one 10-2. That's in the bottom of the 7th. Foul away by Madriaga here. Cowlitz, or make that Corvallis, leading Nanaimo on the road. That's 9-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bottom of the 6th, that is. And Walla Walla tonight, Sweets trailing Bend 5-2. Ridgefield shutting out Cowlitz 7-0 on the road tonight. That's in the top of the 7th. Kelowna at Kamloops tonight, swinging a miss here. And that'll do it for Wenatchee as they go down 1-2-3. And that's the 2nd time tonight they've gone down in order. Get you up to date on that Kelowna score. It's Kamloops leading the Falcons 8-4. That's in the bottom of the 5th. We'll take a break here and head to the bottom of the 5th in Wenatchee with the AppleSox leading at 12-1 here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
There's no place like home. Because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories. And we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Call Alpine Air Heating and Cooling today. Your comfort is their priority.
Well, new pitcher on the mound for the Wenatchee AppleSox, taking over for Carson Bozel, who goes 4 innings tonight, allowed 1 run on 7 hits, couple of strikeouts. That run was earned. Trevor Young now takes over, a 6'4", 180-pound sophomore from Everett Community College, originally from Bothell, Washington. We'll get to the numbers here on him as we continue on here for the Wenatchee AppleSox. In a 12-1 ball game, Wenatchee on top. I don't know. Going through the records here, I don't know if Young has pitched much for Wenatchee. But, you know, this is a good chance in a 12-1 ball game.
Yeah.
Get some guys who haven't had a lot of chance to throw this summer.
Yes. And save guys that
leverage situations maybe for tomorrow or Thursday. First pitch sounded good.
It was a swing and miss there. Strike.
Yeah, no record for Young for the AppleSox. This is his first time pitching in league play this summer for Wenatchee.
He's got body parts going everywhere, so as a hitter, that's tough to zone in on where he's going to be releasing from.
Middle miss at the plate. He's 2 for 2 tonight. You talked about getting the out before him with 2 guys on last half inning for Carson Bozel. That was a huge out in foul territory and a rundown out there by Adam Haight.
Yeah, you want to get this guy up when there's nobody on.
0-2 pitch is
nice pitch.
Strike 3 called. Gone looking is middle miss. And the first out of the 6th inning is a strikeout. I said we were heading to the 5th. No, 6th inning of play here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Our producer back at the studio, Malcolm Whitehall, is like, hey, that scoreboard operator really needs to get their act together. They say it's a 6th. And I said, no, that was me that had to get my act together. Because the 6th is Drew Veach steps up. He's struck out a couple of times tonight, looking a golden sombrero in the face. He'll take the first pitch 0-1.
No, that's the hat trick. The golden sombrero is 4.
Right, but he's staring at it because he's halfway there.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
I'm always thinking positively here, Coach. Trying to back up your pitchers here, buddy. And I'll tell you what, Trevor Young coming out here and throwing nothing but strikes so far. He's ahead of Veach at 0-2. Trevor looks in, gets a sign from Kanoa Morisaki, spins that ball around in his right hand, puts his glove hand over it, and the pitch on the way, swung on, and barely getting a piece of that was Drew Veach. Again, these two teams will meet again tomorrow and Thursday night here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, 6:35 game times tomorrow and Thursday. Then Wenatchee heads for Victoria for another huge series against the Harbor Cats this weekend on the road. 0-2 pitch again swung on and again fouled. So just what you were asking for earlier when Wenatchee got the big lead is throw strikes. Well, that's exactly what Trevor Young is doing right now for Wenatchee.
Okay, so Bartolo Colon threw a major league record of 38 strikes in a row.
Ooh. And now this one hit looked like the shoulder.
Yeah, it did.
Of the batter.
Looked like it didn't, or sounded like it did not hit muscle whatsoever. That was all bone.
So reaching up and trying to massage the lump from his shoulder is Drew Veach. And so the first ball thrown by Trevor Young is a hit batsman. Back to the top of the order now for Edmonton for Taichi Nakayo, who's also got a good night going. He's 2 for 3 on the night with a couple of singles to the right side.
Yeah, 38 strikes in a row.
That's something else.
Yeah.
And CC Sabathia, have you seen him lately, by the way?
Lost a ton of weight.
He has lost a bunch.
Yeah. He used to eat a box of cereal for breakfast.
A box?
A box of cereal. Not
what kind of cereal?
It was probably like Cocoa Crisp or something like that.
Swing and a miss here.
Fruit Loops.
By Nakayo.
Something that had more sugar than protein.
Yeah, looking at his middle section, well, he was just a big boy to begin with.
Yes.
But I saw him he was throwing a first pitch out for something. And a video, I was like, that's not CC Sabathia. This pitch goes all the way to the backstop. Wild pitch here will move the runner down to second base. So 1-1 the count now to Nakayo.
Yeah, there's a physical therapist in town, Justin Harris, that went to high school with CC Sabathia.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, down in California.
Ground ball in foul territory here where it's plucked by Cade Martinez. Getting used to that third base spot for the AppleSox after playing shortstop all summer long. He started playing at third on Saturday and Sunday last weekend and has taken to it like a duck to water.
Yeah, that's when you know you're an athlete, when you can move to any position in the infield.
Pitch here swung on and fouled away. The count stays at 1-2. Although moving from shortstop to third would probably be, not as bad as moving across the diamond to the other side.
Right. Yeah. Well, in second base and shortstop, same type of roles, but the footwork is so much different.
Yeah, footwork and your arm angle and everything else. Runner at second base. Oh, yes, he did. Trevor Young will throw to the plate. And, a flinch by the batter, but ball called by the umpire. 2-2 the count to Nakayo.
Now, that one right there, I would have liked to have seen Trevor step off, because Pelayo obviously wasn't back in his position. So now a pitch goes and...
Pitch on the way here. Oh my, just missing outside apparently. So the count runs full to Nakayo at 3-2.
There you go. Come on now.
Well, Middle Miss struck out looking on 3 pitches to start the inning, and then Veach gets aboard on an 0-2 count, hit by a pitch. He moves down to second on a wild pitch. This pitch swung on and hit in the air to center field. Coming in is Philip Chung. He'll make the catch. Runner from second goes, and the throw is a nice one from Chung, but in safely on the slide is Veach.
Interesting decision there. I mean, he's fast. He obviously had faith in his wheels there, but to be running on that doesn't really give you that much of an advantage to be at third base instead of second base with 2 outs.
And a guy like Kyle Yip coming to the plate who's batting .321.
Yeah.
And is 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI. Pitch here misses for a ball.
And Chung showed off his arm when he had that throw to the plate too, so it's obvious that
he's got a gun out there.
And he got behind that ball real well, and you're down by 11 runs, so why chance that?
Pitch on the way, misses outside for a ball. 2-0 the count to Yip.
But then again, he was safe by a minute.
So what do you know?
Nothing. Nothing.
Yip walked in the first, hit into a fielder's choice to end the second. Pitch here swung on and fouled away, and the count 2-1. Had an RBI single to center in the fourth to score Edmonton's only run of the ball game. Again, Wenatchee with 9 in the second, a run in the third, 2 more in the fourth. Lead it here 12-1. Pitch is outside for a ball. 3-1 the count. AppleSox have a left-hander warming up down in the bullpen as well. So kind of spot work here for Trevor Young for Wenatchee getting his first opportunity to pitch this summer. The right-hander's pitch on the way, swung on and hit hard. And this is going to drop in for a base hit, so that scores a run. Which, Coach, if he's not at third base, he wouldn't have scored.
That's true. But there's a point in time when you're down 11, you don't really want to take chances, right? And in my opinion, I wouldn't have had him go just because that's a chance. There's a good chance that he gets thrown out there.
Max Stagg now steps up. He's one of the best hitters in the league, hitting .368 coming in, and he's 0 for 2 so far. Pitch to him is missing for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Stagg, who walked in the first, flew out to left in the third on a hard hit ball, and then struck out swinging in the fourth. Trevor Young just trying to get the final out here after giving up a run. Pitch on the way, fastball, strike call, delayed call by our home plate umpire. Evens the count to Stagg at 1-1. Mariners, after 7 innings at home tonight, leading Milwaukee 1-0 on Cal Raleigh's 39th home run of the season. Run up from first goes. The pitch is a strike. The throw down to second base, not in time. Close play on a good throw by Kanoa Morisaki. Out there really to Jake Sanko covering the bag, but a head first slide safely is Yip on the stolen base. Meanwhile, the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Stagg.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they've only got 1 run this inning, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pitch on the way, bounces in. Nice job by Morisaki to keep that one in front of him.
So the scoreboard has it down as they've scored 2 this inning, but
no.
Yep.
They scored 1. So that will mean that our score on your screen is also incorrect, since we are at the mercy of our scoreboard operator here at the ballpark with our technology. The 2-2 pitch swung on and grounded slowly up the third base side, foul. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. AppleSox Baseball brought to you in part by Les Schwab. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle, part of essential safety. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously. Stop by today. 2-2 count to Max Stagg here with a run in. 1 aboard, 2 outs, and the pitch by Young swung on and hit in the air to right center. This is deep, and this is going to go past everybody and hit over the wall. Home run.
Yeah.
2-run home run by Max Stagg brings Edmonton a little closer. 3 runs in the inning. And it always is interesting here to listen to the appreciation shown by the home fans to the opposing team when they make a good play.
Yeah.
That's just sportsmanship, right?
Yep, that's right. You had talked about Max Stagg being a hitter, and
yeah, he showed it right there. Definitely so.
There's not much of a wind heading out to center field, and that ball was...
and we haven't seen too many go out there.
Evan Canfield's the only one that I can remember last year.
Yep.
That was well struck.
Give Stagg a couple of more RBIs. That gives him 25 on the season for Edmonton.
Didn't you say they had somebody that's no longer on their roster that has 6 home runs?
This pitch swung on and hit hard to right field. Adam Haight is going to have to run after this one off the wall, rounding first, heading into second, and the throw in is not going to be in time. So a shot
double
off the wall on one hop by Lenahan for a double. And Edmonton, well, we talked about them hit the ball hard through the game so far. They continue to do so. And now cashing in with 3 runs in the inning, and Trevor Young just trying to get the final out here.
Yeah, we need to score a couple when we get up here, just to deflate the little bit of air that.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views. So now a little conversation on the mound. Quincy Vassar comes out to visit with the youngster Trevor Young. Well, the AppleSox trying to chase down many above them in the standings. Edmonton, one of those. I think, realistically speaking, to try to win the second half is pretty much out of the picture for the AppleSox here. Stranger things have happened.
Yes.
But better yet is to just continue to pile up wins here and there, win series here and there, and put yourself in a position to have a good overall record to get in as a wild card team.
Yeah, and it gets some momentum going into the playoffs. And the crazy thing about baseball is you catch a good team on a off day, and you're now the better team. So then if you have that confidence going in, it's all that much easier to knock a team off.
Well, Trevor Young having a difficult time right now, has fallen behind Grant Iserman at 3-0. Iserman 0 for 3 in the ball game, but Trevor Allowed 3 runs in the inning, including a 2-run home run, and this is ball 4. So we'll see how much more of a leash Mitch Darlington will give. In fact, he will not. Quincy Vassar will make the change here, as we'll take a timeout here on the broadcast. And a new pitcher coming in from the bullpen will be a lefty to face Jason Green when we come back. 3 runs are in, 2 aboard with 2 outs here in the 6th for Edmonton. We'll find out who the new pitcher is coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Pitcher coming in, trying to get the final out here in the 6th inning, as Edmonton has scored 3 runs. Big hit, a 2-run home run by Max Stagg. Jack McWilliams will take over now, 6'3", 190-pound sophomore from Columbia. He makes his home in San Marcos, California. Lefty will come in here in relief for the Wenatchee AppleSox. We've seen McWilliams batting a lot this summer. Have we seen him pitch a lot? Not really.
Yeah. Have we seen him pitch at all?
Well, that's what I'm looking at here. I've yet to see any numbers for him. I mean, he's listed as a pitcher for the AppleSox, but no, this is the first time he's pitched this summer for Wenatchee. So no record, no ERA for Jack McWilliams. Seen him DH quite a bit. So right now, Trevor Young responsible for the runners on the base paths. 2 aboard with 2 outs here in the 6th. And now McWilliams will have a little talk with Kanoa Morisaki to make sure they're on the same page. Catch you up to date on other games that are going on tonight in the West Coast League. Springfield playing at Portland tonight. I know this is going to surprise you, but the Pickles are ahead.
Weird.
9-4, and that's only in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, they're 31-6 on this season this year.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
First pitch here taken by Jason Green for a ball. 1-0 the count to Green, who is 1 for 2 tonight with a base hit to center. He lined out and walked. McWilliams ready, and the 1-0 pitch is high for ball 2. Other scores tonight: Marion Berry's leading Yakima Valley in the bottom of the 6th, 9-5. Bellingham taking it at Port Angeles tonight on the road, 13-2. That's in the top of the 8th. There comes the McWilliams delivery. It's way high for ball 3. So Jack coming in a little wild here. Corvallis on the road at Nanaimo. That's in the top of the 6th, leading at 9-2. Kamloops now leading Kelowna 8-6. That's in the top of the 7th. That's in Kamloops tonight. Walla Walla has a 6-5 lead over Bend in the top of the 7th. First strike call here by our home plate umpire for Jack McWilliams in relief for the AppleSox. So the count goes to 3-1. Ridgefield on the road tonight at Cowlitz, leading 9-0. That's in the top of the 8th inning. And the 3-1 pitch is ball 4. They're going to appeal.
Hey, get the runner at first.
The runner at first was way off the bag. The runner at second is also off the bag. And had the defense been paying a little more attention,
runners weren't paying attention. Neither were defenders.
So they appeal out to the base umpire, who said the check swing was a strike, so the count goes full at 3-2. Everybody had relaxed because the batter and everybody else thought it was ball 4, so the runners started advancing their bases. Here comes a 3-2 pitch, swung on, popped up, foul, and out of play, so the count stays at 3-2 on Jason Green.
And as we see here,
that's the second time tonight where Wenatchee kind of lackadaisical with the ball coming back out to the mound, could have had an out on the base pass.
Yeah, that's true. Runners will be running here.
As they were the last pitch by Jack McWilliams. Here comes the delivery, swung on, and this one is crushed. Left center, going to go all the way to the wall. 2 runs are going to score. 5 runs are in, and suddenly this is a ball game.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So Lenahan scores. Iserman scores. And Jason Green in with a 2-out, 2-run double. And we're going to get a little timeout here as Morisaki will come out to the mound. And joining them in the discussion will be Cade Martinez from third base. And just like that, Edmonton's bringing the 9th man to the plate here in the inning.
Yeah.
Not what you want if you're the AppleSox.
No.
We've seen this repeat before.
Yeah.
Where Wenatchee got a big inning and a big lead and then suddenly saw the other team come back in Kamloops earlier this summer. Now another team from north of the border trying to exact a little replica here tonight. And hold on, Mitch Darlington going to come out. Let's see what we have. We're going to get another pitching change. Okay. So with the pitching change made, we'll take a 60-second timeout and come back with 2 outs in the inning, but still trying to get that third one here. As 5 runs have scored, it's a 12-6 ball game. They cut the lead in half. We'll take a break and come back here next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
New pitcher into the ball game for the AppleSox, and what has become a half a lead they had before is now 12-6 with 5 runs here in the inning, and the 9th man will come to the plate. In Shiri Sato, he will face Andrew Monson, 6'2", 190-pound senior from Sacramento State. Liberty Lake, Washington is his home. We were talking about that earlier, weren't we, Brandon?
Yeah.
Liberty Lake.
Yep. Last weekend. Or last game.
Monson, 0-2 on the summer with a 5.49 ERA. He's pitched 19 2/3.
Is that right? Or I have him as 4 appearances with.
Unless I'm looking at the wrong Monson.
2.25.
No, this says 5.49. Andrew Monson.
Oh, who am I looking at?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess.
I have him as 1-0.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking.
ERA.
Yeah. So remember earlier I was telling you about the season for Izzy or for our new shortstop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still looking at 2024.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
Okay.
Andrew Monson also pitched for the AppleSox in 2024. So here we go. Now we'll get the current stats as Andrew Monson now takes over for the Wenatchee AppleSox. Trying to get the final out here in this 6th inning. Pitch on the way is high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Now suddenly Edmonton, after a gargantuan bus ride and finding themselves down on the scoreboard 12-1 just a little bit ago, suddenly has life in that first base dugout as they've cut the lead to 12-6 here. Monson's 1-0 pitch bounces in for a ball. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, so we had Trevor Young as no appearances. He had 9 appearances on the year so far.
So my bad.
That's all right. Just giving him credit for what he's done so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Pitch on the way bounces in for yet another ball. So the AppleSox pitching staff having a hard time finding strikes, and when they do, it has been hit hard by the opposing team right now here in this ball game tonight. Yet they still have a 12-6 lead, so yeah, they can get this done. They just need to get a final out here. Pitch on the way is, boy, that looked good, but ball 4. So Edmonton has batted around. Runners at first and second, and that'll bring up Mitchell Middlemiss, who started off the inning with a strikeout looking.
Oh, new hitter here.
Oh, new hitter, okay. Number 4. Number 4 for Edmonton is Jackson Fox out of Monterey Peninsula College. Pitch to him is in there for a strike finally.
It's interesting that they'd pull Mitchell Middlemiss.
Yeah, considering he's got a 2-for-3 night going.
Yeah.
Pitch on the way, swung on and hit the right field. Adam Haight coming in, makes the catch on the run, and the final out is recorded on a line out to right field. But again, Edmonton strikes for 5 in the 6th. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, it is a 12-6 ball game. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Welcome to the summer of good. Good people, good taste, good vibes, and good, well, everything. When you're ready for some old-fashioned good, Abby's is your place. We've been celebrating summers around the PNW for over 60 years. At Abby's, good is a legendary tradition.
Holy pepperoni, Abby Man. It's the hometown hero bursting onto the scene this July at a special price, starring classic pepperoni, green peppers, and Italian sausage. One bite and wham. Don't miss the summer's biggest blockbuster. The hometown hero has arrived at Abby's.
AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer, pickup, and SUV. Also by Save Mart, shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. A little breeze coming up here at the ballpark, blowing out to right field. Nothing too serious that would cause problems to our fielders here so far. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning after a 5 spot here in the top of the 6th by Edmonton. It's now a 12-6 ball game as Jihi Lee, Elijah Palayo, and Jake Sanko do up here for the AppleSox. And they're part of the 6th inning. Next broadcast for us will be coming up on Friday, August 1st. It'll be Bellingham and Wenatchee here at Paul Thomas. Final homestand of the regular season for the AppleSox that weekend. Marks the return of Ed Nags as a head coach of another team. Bellingham, who won the first half title coming into town, and Ed Nags has that team playing splendidly. So that will be a special night on Friday, August 1st. We'll have that game live here on the NCWLIFE Channel. First pitch to Jihee Lee is in for a strike, as Riley Starko continues to pitch in relief here. He came in relief in the 5th and retired Wenatchee in order, and is 0-1 count to Jihee Lee. Starko ready, and the right-hander's 0-1 pitch is a little low for a ball. 1-1 to count. Lee tonight walked and scored in the 2nd. Got aboard on an error in the 2nd as well, and then lined out to center in the 3rd. So 0 for 1 officially. This pitch swung on a foul at the plate. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Lee. He'll be followed by Pelayo and Sanko due up here in the 6th inning for the Wenatchee AppleSox. Riley Starko, 3rd pitcher of the night for Edmonton. And the right-hander's delivered. Swung on a chop to the shortstop. Took a weird hop, and that's going to be a field play there. Shiru Sato could not make the play as the ball hit right on the cut of the grass, and then rather than bouncing up, it just died and went under him, and he was able to stop it there, but no way he could get the throw over there. So, Coach, how do you score that?
Unfortunately for him, I'm calling that an error.
Okay.
Unfortunately for him, because that was a tough play.
Yeah, it was a tough play, and that's one of those tweeners too. You're trying to come in because you're playing deep at short with the leadoff man, and well, the field just cost you on that one. That pitch high and over the head of Pelayo. 1-0 the count to Pelayo here.
Here's where we definitely need to find a way to get a run, because then momentum switches back our way, and we should be able to finish this.
It's a 6-run ball game right now. This pitch swung on and hit the
well.
air to right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit, if not 2.
Man,
and then Pelayo rolling into second base, safe at second on a double. So the AppleSox right away in business here in the bottom of the 6th.
And there is absolutely no way he gets a double on that unless he is sprinting out of the box. I love seeing that. He was going
he's stinking
hard
too
the whole way.
Yep, right out of the box. So Lee holds up at third base on the play. AppleSox with 2 runners in scoring position now. And that'll bring up Jake Sanko. Sanko looking for his first hit tonight. Got aboard on an error in the 2nd. And then struck out in the 4th. He walked in between that. He'll take the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 to count to Sanko. Again, Starko versus Sanko. And the pitch misses high for ball 1.
Afterwards, they'll eat some panko.
It's a dynamite drop in there. 1-1 to count to Sanko here. And the pitch swung on and missed.
Pitch. Pulled the string on that one, didn't he? 76-mile-an-hour changeup.
Ball and 2 strikes to Sanko here. Reese Hemmerling started the game. He went an inning, gave up 6 earned runs on 3 hits, this is all. A lot of walks. And a hit batsman. Mason Chamberlain then pitched. This pitch is low and away for a ball. Good eye by Sanko, and the count evens to Jake at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now Riley Starko in his 2nd inning of relief.
This is where you should be feeling very, very comfortable as a coach, you know, with a 11-run lead. But even with a 6-run lead, you should feel comfortable. But I can guarantee you right now that Mitch has got some jitters going on in his stomach.
Yeah. As a coach, do you say, hey, let's get on them, let's get some hits, let's get some, or do you just say, all right, here we go? What do you verbally tell your team?
I always like to tell them, hey, let's pile on, get some insurance runs right here, because all those insurance runs that we can get from inning to inning are going to be the ones that make a difference if they have another inning like they just had right there. But if you just roll over and relax, then that's when teams will come back and nip you in the bud.
Right-hander warming up down to the bullpen for Edmonton. The AppleSox also with a right-hander in their bullpen. Meanwhile, here comes the 3-2 pitch to Sanko. High and outside. They'll load the bases with the AppleSox.
Good at bat right there. Fall behind
1 and 2.
1 and 2, and then get the walk.
That brings up Kanoa Morisaki. No motion from the dugouts on the first base side for a coach to come out. So it is up to Mr. Starko. Try to get the outs here with the bases jammed of AppleSox. And Morisaki looking for his first hit tonight. He's 0 for 2. Pitch to him. Bounces in. Good stop by Green. And a count 1-0 to Morisaki. After a walk at a first ball, you take until he throws you a strike?
Unless it's a pitch that you can hit real hard. And Morisaki, I mean, he's 0 for 2, like you said. But, yeah, it's got to be a pitch that you can hit a double on.
Pitch on the way to him here. Misses outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Morisaki. Walked and scored in the second. Flew out for the final out in the second as Wenatchee brought 14 men to the plate in that inning. And then actually got aboard on a strikeout wild pitch in the fourth and scored.
Yeah.
That's a rare feat.
That is. That was the inning that he had 3 strikeouts, right? The pitcher?
Yeah. 2-0 pitch is missing away for ball 3.
Now 100%
Good eye by Morisaki.
take a ball here. Take a pitch here.
Looking for a walk and an RBI.
Yep.
And then, as you said, striking back for the AppleSox after Edmonton scored 5 in the top half of this inning, cut the lead to 12-6 where it stands right now. And the pitch by Starko in the dirt, ball 4, our run scores. It's now 13-6.
Good answer back right there. Now, if they leave him in, I'm still taking right here. Oh, looks like they're gonna pull him out.
So coach coming out to the mound. Looks like we'll have a pitching change, so we'll take another break and tell you who the new pitcher is. He's a right-hander, I know that. We'll find out who he is coming up next. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
New pitcher into the ball game here for Edmonton is Owen Combs, a 6'4", 195-pound junior from Mount Hood Community College. He's a Portland native, so he didn't go far to go to college. Sometimes it's better to start things close to home.
Yeah.
Like you grew up here in the Wenatchee Valley, go to Wenatchee Valley College, and kind of get your feet wet in the college realm. No record on the season. He's making his 12th appearance of the summer. He has a 5.72 earned run average. He's pitched 11 innings, has 4 strikeouts, 8 walks, given up 15 hits. That's the numbers for Owen Combs, fourth pitcher of the night.
Did you say he's thrown?
11.
11, 15 hits and 11. I like that for us.
Fourth pitcher of the night, Riley Starko goes, well, an inning plus. He's given up the run right now, responsible for the sacks full of socks here. You like the alliteration game? Always like that.
Yes. You know, Eric, you had mentioned earlier, we're pretty much out of the playoff, or the second half. But
chase.
You know, if we get a sweep here, we're sitting really good. We'll be tied with them and 1 or 2 games back of Is it Victoria?
I'm just trying to be realistic.
Hey.
Realistic.
We're on a
Now,
5-game win streak.
Yeah, absolutely. But we also had an 8-game losing streak earlier this summer. This fastball
That's
is
true.
inside for a ball.
That was before a lot of these guys showed up.
This is true. New
right?
team,
I mean,
basically new makeup to the ball club.
Yeah.
1-0 the count to Philip Chung, looking for his first hit of the night is Philip. Pitch here misses low for a ball. 2-0 the count. So Owen Combs coming in out of the bullpen. Right-hander, tall drink of water, as you mentioned. Kind of built like a 2-iron.
Yeah. Those aren't used much anymore, are they?
No. I could never hit a 2-iron.
Oh,
This pitch swung on and hit to the second baseman. Only play will be is the outs. Another run will score. 14-6 now.
We'll take that. Definitely take that.
So 4-3 on the put on, giving RBI to Chung. Sanko winds up down at third base. Morisaki at second, and back to the top of the order for Adam Haight. Haight with a big 2-run double back in the fourth for Wenatchee. It's his only safe hit of the night, but this one is scorched to left field. Gonna score one, but it's hit so hard, that's all it can score. But the ball got away from the infield, nobody to receive it, so another run's gonna score. 2 runs in for the AppleSox.
We will take that right there. That's heads up running by who was that at third base there? Morisaki, yeah, heads up running by him.
So unfortunately, that will go down as an error on the outfielder.
Yeah.
Who came up with a ball because he threw it in and there was no one there.
102 exit velo on that one.
Goodness.
So his last 2 at-bats been 101 and 102.
Yeah. That would cause harm.
Yeah.
If it came near anyone. Pitch here swung on, popped up behind home plate. Catcher off with a mask asking for help. It's going to bounce about 4 rows deep here. And be a strike 1 to Cade Martinez.
Those always make me nervous for the fans.
Yeah.
Some of the elderly people that will just put their hands over their head, that's not going to feel good if they get hit by that.
So 4 runs in the inning. You talked about coming back and, and scoring some more. Well, they have. It's 16-6 now.
Huge.
Pitch swung on and fouled back. And huge to go toe-to-toe with a team that, you know, is one of those teams you're aiming for.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's difficult, you know. Both teams are coming in hot, right?
Both on 5-game winning streaks.
Yeah. And unfortunately, at the end of this, somebody's going to have that winning streak taken away.
Swung on and hit to center field. Over to his left on the run is Drew Veach. He'll make the catch for the out.
Have that 5-game winning streak taken away, and somebody's got a six-game winning streak. And so
that's the first out of the inning?
That is, yeah.
How about that? No. There was a ground out.
Ground out. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So 2 outs now in the inning, and that'll bring up Evan Cloyd. Evan, a couple of ground outs to third. He flew out to right. Look out. That's a foul ball. Line drive into the netting. Thank God for that, or else somebody is out of here on a stretcher.
Mariners are ahead 1-0 still in the top of the 9th. 2 outs, runners at first and second.
Oof. Pitch on the way, swung on and hit hard past the diving shortstop. And a base hit for Evan Cloyd, his first hit of the night, says Wenatchee will bring 9 men to the plate. They bat around for the second time in the game. Diving attempt by Sato, can't get to it. Haight holds up at second base on the play. That brings up Izzy Madriaga. Madriaga with a couple of base hits tonight. He's got 3 RBI. He's 2 for 3 and has scored 2 runs. So a good night for Izzy. We do have an official visit to the mound here between catcher and pitcher. Jason Green going out to talk to Owen Combs.
Well, it looks like Munoz got out of it.
He
Mariners,
did.
Mariners win 1-0.
1-0.
Two-hitter.
Trying to remember who started tonight.
I can tell you.
Oh, it was Logan Gilbert, wasn't it?
I believe you're right on that.
I got the game here.
Yeah, Logan Gilbert.
Okay. Wow.
Had 10 strikeouts.
Wow. All right. Mariners bounced back from being shut out last night, 6-0.
Against a team that has
Is
been
the best
on
record
fire.
in baseball. Yeah, that was 11 wins in a row that was snapped tonight.
Yeah.
For the Mariners over Milwaukee. 2-0 count now to Madriaga. So just exactly what Coach was asking for is Wenatchee to bounce back after giving up a 5 spot in the top half of this inning. Of course, this inning is taking about 9 months to play, and the final out will be recorded on a fly out to right field. But Wenatchee gets 4 big runs back, and they lead at 16-6 as we head to the 7th frame here in Wenatchee on the NCWLIFE Channel. Well, after the two teams combined for 9 runs in the 6th inning, it took a while to play. We head to the 7th, and due up for Edmonton is Drew Veach, Taiichi Nakao, and Kyle Yip. Our broadcast tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Tacos Chava. You love Tacos Chava at East Wenatchee. Let them cater your next event today. Find them on Facebook by searching Tacos Chava East Wenatchee. That's C-H-A-V-A. Tacos Chava East Wenatchee. Also by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. With Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom with you, as we've had definitely some crooked numbers here tonight. 9 runs for Wenatchee in the 2nd, a run in the 3rd, a run for Edmonton in the 4th, 2 for Wenatchee in the 4th, 5 runs for Edmonton in the top of the 6th, 4 runs for Wenatchee in the bottom of the 6th. 16-6 ball game.
And you know, you said 9 runs last inning off of 5 different pitchers.
Yeah.
That's a long inning.
Yes. Yes. First pitch here by Andrew Monson to Drew Veach is a called strike in the count 0-1. And that was probably a conversation happening in the dugout in that last half inning. This pitch fouled away between Quincy Vassar and Andrew Monson. Throw strikes.
Yes. Go after them. Walks will kill us.
0-2 count to Veach here. And the pitch on the way is a fastball missing up. Good idea there to try to get him to reach.
Don't mind that one at all.
So Logan Gilbert gets the win tonight. He improves to 3-3 on the season. Pitch here swung on and fouled away. The count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Andres Munoz earns his 22nd save of the season. Boy, that was a sticky situation. 2 on in the 9th inning. Woof.
Oh, good pitch.
Here, strike called and gone with a swing, according to the home plate umpire, is Drew Veach.
I agree.
1 out here in the 7th. Back to the top of the order for Taiichi Nakao. Our broadcast also brought to you by Valley Tractor, North Central Washington's trusted equipment and rental dealer for 75 years. Time winding down on the season here for the AppleSox with a regular season and a chance to see them here at home. 2 more games here tonight or tomorrow night and Thursday. They'll be on the road at Victoria. This pitch is missing away for a ball to Nakao. 1-0 the count. Wenatchee will play against Port Angeles And then this pitch swung on a hit hard, and center fielder backing up, making the catch is Philip Chung for the second out. And Wenatchee has yet to retire Edmonton in order tonight. This would be the first time if Andrew Monson can get it done here. He's got 2 outs in the inning. In fact, this would be only the 3rd time between the two teams that the opposing battery or the opposing batters would be retired in order here tonight. There's been, a lot of runs scored and a lot of activity.
Malcolm loves these type of games.
1-0 the count to Kyle Yip here. And the pitch by Monson just outside for ball 2.
You know, Veach, you had said he had the golden sombrero, looking for the golden sombrero. Well, remember he was down 0-2 and got hit by a pitch.
That's right.
And then
he would have been there.
Yeah, he would have been there.
It would have been a soothsayer. This pitch swung on a foul at the plate. The count 2 balls, 1 strike on Kyle Yip. Yeah, we're talking about the rest of the schedule here for the AppleSox after tonight. Just 3 more games after tonight here at Paul Thomas.
Yeah,
that's
man,
that's that.
Gone by
I know
fast,
that's that.
it?
After the series, I should say. There's 5 more games after tonight here at Paul Thomas. 2 this week, and then 3 against Bellingham, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And then they finish on the road at Kelowna. And looking at the standings right now, that could be for the playoffs.
That could.
Pitch here, strike called, and walking towards first base was Yip, thinking he had ball 4. Instead, it's strike 2, so the count runs full on Yip with 2 outs here in the 7th. Monson looking for the final out here. Pitch swung on and chopped off the plate, third base, and trying to barehand the ball, not able to do so, was Cade Martinez, and that's a base hit on the infield on the dribbler.
Nothing can do on that play right there. If he makes that play, that'd have been crazy.
12th hit of the ball game I've got now for Edmonton.
Yeah, we've got 9. 9 for 16 runs. They've got 12 for 6. I like the.
That's an imbalance that well, you usually can't live on, but Wenatchee will take it tonight. Max Stagg steps up. He's got a big home run tonight already, and he'll take the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count.
We've been benefited from a couple costly errors by them too.
Yes, yes. In that early 9-run 2nd inning. 0-1 the count here on Stagg, and the pitch by Monson. Check swing, and that was an oops-a-daisy. And the count 0-2.
Well, then to start off last inning, too, we started off with an error. Their shortstop on that, it was a bad hop, but it was still a doable play.
Max Stagg back in and ready. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Monson. Swing and a miss. And he was fooled on that one. And so Edmonton retired. They get a runner aboard on a base hit. They will leave a man. We'll take a stretch here at the ballpark with Wenatchee leading Edmonton 16-6 here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas, and introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and Eniat. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
Thanks for joining us for AppleSox Baseball here on the NCWLIFE Channel. The next to last of our regular season broadcast here on NCWLIFE. The final game we'll broadcast of the regular season is on Friday, August 1st, as Ed Nags makes his return as a head coach for the first time for another team.
Yeah.
That will be on August 1st, and according to what we've heard, a special night in store for that Friday night to welcome Ed back. We're hoping for some postseason here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We were fortunate enough to get to do back-to-back broadcasts last year in the playoffs, as Wenatchee was able to knock off Bellingham and head to the West Coast League Championship, where they fell in an agonizing game to Portland, where they had a lead going into the top of the ninth. They were one pitch away from winning the West Coast League title for the first time in Mitch Darlington's career as a head man here in Wenatchee. And a questionable call by the home plate umpire on a pitch by Quincy Vassar looked to me and every AppleSox fan like a strike and should have been the end of the ball game. It was not. And then Portland responds by scoring. Well, they tied the game there on what was called ball 4 on a full count pitch. And then the batter hit a ground ball to the shortstop, and a run scores, and they win the game by 1 run. They win the championship.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Swing and a foul by Ji-Hee Lee here to start off the 7th. Lee has scored a couple of times tonight. He's got aboard twice on errors. Now, there's been a few gaffes here defensively for Edmonton in this ball game. There's been some mental lapses by both teams, honestly.
Yes, there really has.
In this game as well. They have 3 errors on the board. I think Brandon and I could have added at least another 1, if not 2.
Right.
1-1 to count here to Ji-Hee Lee to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. As Brandon mentioned during the commercial break here, that was a small kids choir for singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." It's a Tuesday night. It's a tough night to get folks to come out to the ball game.
Yeah.
So we hope you come out and cheer on the home team tomorrow.
2 good
on
teams.
Wednesday. Yeah, 2 very good teams that are going to be vying for postseason spots down the stretch here. 1-2 the count to Ji-Hee Lee. And the wind of delivery by Owen Combs bounces all the way to the backstop. Hits our microphone back there. Ouch. I'll clear some wax out of my ears in between the next pitch. 2-2 the count here to Lee.
Looks to me like they have a new catcher for Edmonton. It's Chavez. Oh my goodness, I don't know how to say that last name.
Okay, let me. What number?
Conci.
This pitch swung on and hits past the diving shortstop into center field. Good job of hitting there for Ji-Hee Lee, who gets his first safe base hit of the night and a leadoff hit here in the 7th.
I think he had that base hit that we were questioning whether it was a hit or not.
Yeah,
to the
that's
third
right.
baseman.
They changed it. We had E5 and they made it a base hit.
Yeah.
So now he's got 2 hits on the night.
Yeah. So
well, what's the number of
number
the
50?
catcher? 50.
Chavez.
Okay, Chavez Conciaco.
There. Conciao.
Conciao?
I don't know.
He's from Tiffin University?
Yeah,
in Hawaii.
Iwa Beach, Hawaii. What a lucky kid to get to grow up there, huh?
I bet it's Conciao. Chavez Conciao.
All right.
I'll go with that.
I'm not going to disagree with you on this one.
And hello, Hawaii. Aloha, if you're watching tonight. Pitch on the way is a strike call. Delayed umpire call behind home plate to Elijah Palaio, making his return for the AppleSox here tonight after playing with Wenatchee last summer. What did I say? 268 batting average for Palaio last summer?
I think so. Yeah.
Palaio back in the right-handed batter's box. The pitch to him, high and inside for a ball. 2-1 the count. You know, it seems that it's, you know, Murphy's Law, right? Last time I had any plans to do something after a ball game, the ball game went forever. This pitch swung on a fly ball to center field. Eyeing it is Veach. He'll make a couple of steps in and make the catch for the out. If you're just joining us, we'll be getting up at dark 30 tomorrow, leaving for Lake Wenatchee to take in the sockeye fishery that opens tomorrow morning. So there will not be much sleep for this guy tonight. But that's a choice.
Yes.
That's a choice.
If you catch a couple fish, then it's all worth it, right?
I really just want to be on the water.
There you go.
There's going to be a lot of people at the launch that are also going to say, geez, I just wish I was on the water.
I know. Thank goodness you got your boat in.
Yeah.
It's nice to know people, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Thank you to Brett Miller and the Miller family for accommodating the Granstroms in our craft up at Lake Wenatchee. 2-0 the count here to Jake Sanko with a runner aboard and 1 out for the AppleSox here in the 7th inning in a 16-6 ball game. Yeah, it's been an interesting one here tonight. Pitch on the way, swung on and hit in the air. It's going to drop in for a base hit. And Mr. Sanko will take that. Thank you very much. His first hit of the night. Runners at first and second for Wenatchee. Brings up Kanoa Morisaki.
It was very interesting. I'm going to have to look up the stats on this, but I listened to something from Ken Griffey Jr. the other day about how many broken bats he had in his first year in the minor leagues. It was like astonishing.
Really?
Yeah, like his dad's like, you're going to need to stop breaking bats because I'm having to give you all of mine.
Morisaki takes the first pitch for a strike called by the home plate umpire with 2 aboards, 1 out here for the AppleSox in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch on the way. He is bouncing in, or it hit him, bounced and then hit him, which is a hit batsman.
Yep.
So the bases are loaded now for Wenatchee. We've said that a few times tonight, haven't we?
We have. Multiple.
Bring up Philip Chong. Chong with a couple of RBIs tonight, last of which was on a ground out in the 6th, as Wenatchee bounced back after giving up a 5 spot in the top half of the 6th, then scored 4 in the bottom half. Pitch on the way here is low for a ball, 1-0 the count. 16-6 the score, but Wenatchee threatening to add more here against Edmonton. Pitch swung on and missed, and fooled a little bit was Chong on that swing. Talking about Wenatchee's remaining schedule here, Wenatchee and Edmonton again tomorrow and Thursday night. Then Wenatchee heads, I said Victoria this weekend, I apologize, I was incorrect on that. They're heading to Kelowna. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong schedule. Always helps if you have the correct schedule. There we go. They are in Victoria Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And
Big
then we'll
there.
head to Port Angeles. And you talked about that earlier and through our broadcast, Brandon, that win the games you should.
Right.
Port Angeles is just not very good.
Right, yes.
That should be a sweep.
Yep.
If not, at least a series win. It's what you're looking for, really.
Right.
I mean, if you can get series wins every time you go out and roll the team out there, you'll put yourself in the playoffs for sure.
Yes.
Pitch on the way here. Ooh, almost hit him in the head. Catcher runs from behind home plate. That ball bounces right back to him. We talked about that short porch here at the ballpark. And the count now 3-2 on Philip Chung.
All right, so Ken Griffey Jr. had 187 at-bats his rookie year of minor league ball.
Ball 4 here is going to walk in another run. Excuse me, Brandon. 17-6 now the score. Go ahead.
80 broken bats.
Wow.
187 at-bats, 80 broken bats. That's unreal.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So he was not being cheated on his swings.
No, and he was used to using a metal bat.
Yes. Right-hander is warmed up down to the bullpen, and we're going to get another pitching change here in the ball game as the AppleSox have scored a run, and we'll try to add some more when we come back. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can lift this up.
Great, I want that one. I would like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Well, the game that would not end continues here for Wenatchee and Edmonton tonight as the RiverHawks will bring their 5th pitcher into the ball game. It's Logan Colville, 6'1", 185-pound senior from Edmonton Collegiate. He is from Edmonton, so he's a homeboy. And Colville, numbers on the season, he has none. So making his debut for Edmonton in a game in which is a good probably time to make a debut.
Yes, it is. This is a good time for kids to get some extra work in. You know, it's better when you're on the leading side of things to get kids work, but.
So we're talking about the schedule for the AppleSox remaining. 14 games after tonight. They'll be against Edmonton next 2, at Victoria this weekend, Port Angeles next week, and a rare Monday game. They'll be at Port Angeles on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, July 28th, 29th, and 30th, and then return home after a Thursday off, which is a little odd. The AppleSox will host Bellingham on August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. We'll have that game on the first Friday live on the NCWLIFE Channel. Then they'll finish the season, regular season, at Kelowna Monday, August 4th, Tuesday, August 5th, and Wednesday, August 6th. The playoffs begin right after that. So Wenatchee trying to put themselves in a position for at least a wild card spot heading into the postseason. And of course, we'll have the coverage here for you on the NCWLIFE Channel. So Logan Colville will try to get it out here. Wenatchee with 1 run in, and the bases loaded. And the first pitch misses high to Adam Haight. You know, Adam, they list him at 6'2", but he looks so much bigger in the box than that.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
192 pounds, according to the roster. Pitch on the way to him is inside. And a count 2-0 here on Adam Haight with the bases jammed. And if you're somebody who's trying to impress your coaches back in college, this is about the time you swing for the fences, right?
Yeah.
Pitch on the way is a check swing, strike called, and the count goes to 2-1.
To get that hit, but you know what? Patience is what wins college baseball games.
2-1 the count here. And the pitch on the way is low and away for ball 3. Interesting step by Colville. He'll bring his left leg up and then kind of post it almost over his right leg.
Yeah, that is weird.
Pitch on the way is check swing. It didn't go, and another run's going to come in for Wenatchee. On the bases loaded walk, give an RBI to Adam Haight. That gives him 4 RBI on the night.
Not a bad night.
No.
And that double that he had that scored a couple runs, that was a huge at bat too.
Yeah, that came back in that 4th inning for Wenatchee. So only 1 out. Cade Martinez now steps up, and the pitch to him is ball. 1-0 the count to Cade. Cade had a 2-run double back in the 2nd. He has scored twice tonight. He's got a line out and a fly out in his last 2 at-bats. The 1-0 pitch on the way to him, swung on, popped up, foul, long run for the first baseman.
This is one where we can tag and score.
It is going to hit in no man's land between 3 bodies out there in foul territory, so it's just a long strike to Cade Martinez. So time's a-wasting if you want to come out and cheer on the home team here during the regular season. Go to applesox.com if you'd like to get your tickets and take yourself out to the ball game. It is a fun time here. You can hear that conversation earlier tonight when the game became kind of a very much one-sided affair for Wenatchee. You can hear the conversations on our crowd mic here. This pitch is in there for a strike, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Cade Martinez, and the original owner of the AppleSox, Jim Corcoran, talked about that. It is like a meeting of friends, you haven't seen in a long time. It's kind of a summer picnic out here at the ballpark. Pitch here, swung on and drilled to left center field. That's going to score a run. Mitch Darlington going to hold the runner at third base. They could have scored 2 easily on that, but the AppleSox saying, well, we don't need to do that.
That's a respect thing right there.
Give an RBI to Cade Martinez because you can come back to the ballpark. That's what, talked about baseball. As Morisaki scores on the play, AppleSox has scored 3 more runs. It's now 19-6 here in the ball game. But talk about tomorrow night, you can come out to the ballpark and Edmonton could win 20-1.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how baseball can be.
Ethan Thomas is coming in to get his at-bat here. Yeah.
Good. All right, good to see Ethan.
6'7", 215. Holy cow.
Solid first baseman as well for the AppleSox. Pitch to him is missing for a ball. 1-0 the count. Wenatchee, for the 3rd time tonight, well, if they get one more batter here, which they only have 1 out, the base is loaded still. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss here by Thomas. But if they can get another batter to the plate here, that would be the 3rd time tonight they batted around.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often.
That doesn't happen very much either.
I think the last time that happened was a T-ball game.
Yeah. Isn't that where you stop though after they bat around?
Yep. Last batter.
You guys turned ahead. 2-1 to count. Here to Ethan Thomas.
Last batter and everybody just hits the ball and runs.
Yeah. Pitch on the way, taken for a ball. Count runs to 3-1 on Thomas. Izzy Madriaga waiting on deck here for Wenatchee. Thomas back in the right-handed batter's box, and Colville looking in, has a sign. And the pitch on the way, strike call. Count runs full to Thomas at 3-2.
That was a good take there by Ethan Thomas. You could see his lower half getting ready to go, so he's just working on timing right there. It was a good job.
Pitch on the way to him, swung on a miss, so there is the 2nd out of the inning for the AppleSox. And that'll bring up Izzy Madriaga again. Wenatchee bats around. 9 men to the plate here. They had 14 men come to the plate in the 2nd, where they scored 9 runs. They had 9 batters come to the plate in the 6th inning, where they scored 4 runs. And now 9 batters coming to the plate here in the 7th, where they have scored 3 so far.
Go Izzy!
Madriaga with a couple of base hits tonight. He's got 3 RBI, 2 runs scored, and the first pitch gets away from the catcher. Runner from third comes home, and another run's going to score. That gives Wenatchee a 20 spot.
That's a lot of runs. Hopefully we got some left in us for the rest of the series, right?
Yes. Yeah, don't give them up all now. Wild pitch will score Philip Chung from third base. As he comes home standing, everybody else moves up 90 feet, and the 1-0 count to Madriaga. Pitch on the way is high and away for ball 2. We still have an inning and a half to go here.
Yeah.
2-0 the count to Madriaga.
We finally matched their hits.
We're pushing time on our news tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. This pitch misses low and inside for ball 3. They do have a right-hander throwing down in the bullpen, does Edmonton.
Again.
First base is open. Now you're starting to sound like Malcolm back in the studio. 3-0 the count here to Madriaga. And the pitch by Colville is outside for ball 4. So the bases are loaded once again for Wenatchee. And that'll bring up Ji-Hee Lee, who started the inning off with a base hit and scored.
Somebody got really excited about that ball 4, didn't they?
Apparently, and looks like we might have another pitching change, or at least a conversation happening. I don't see. This is the pitching coach coming out, not the head coach for Edmonton. So we'll keep it here as they have the discussion here. And we're seriously pushing our time for our newscast coming up in about 16 minutes. So somehow we need to get a final out here and then 9 more outs.
Ooh.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
But the news will follow us here on the NCWLIFE Channel. And I can promise you, I will make this promise. Tomorrow's game will not be anything like this one.
No.
It
no
won't
possible way.
It won't be. It'll be like a 1-0 game.
Right. Yeah.
I will not predict a winner. Oh, look at the Mariners tonight. They won 1-0 over Milwaukee. Snapped the Brewers' 11-game winning streak. And the one run, by the way, Cal Raleigh in a home run. Pitch here is a strike. And this is where you kind of wonder if the umpire will get a little bit bigger on the strike zone.
Yeah, he's been consistent. That hit the bottom of the zone right there, barely.
Ji-Hee Lee looks at the 0-1 pitch coming to him, and that is strike 2. 2 outs in the inning, 4 runs in for Wenatchee. And I will say that my hot dog before the game is proving to be a winner once again.
Yes, it is.
Yes. 2 games ago when the AppleSox lost, this pitch swung on a miss. I did not eat the hot dog soon enough before the game started. So the AppleSox do strike out. They leave the bases loaded, but they do get 4 more runs, and it's 20-6. That's right, 20-6. That's not a football score. It's baseball. We're back with the 8th coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
A new video game, a movie, dinner with friends. There are a lot of things worth saving up for. Vapes aren't cheap, and buying pods over and over can stop you from affording things you want more. When it comes to your money, choose what matters. Choose you.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
Well, to the 8th inning we go, and a new pitcher in the ballgame for the Wenatchee AppleSox. He is a fresh face to the Wenatchee roster. Ryan Kusi is a 6'2", 205-pound senior from St. Bonaventure. He's originally from Edmonton, so how about that? He comes in to pitch against his hometown team.
That's awesome.
As Kusi is a third baseman who has transitioned to being a pitcher.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we'll see what he has as we come out to the 8th inning. And Trent Lanahan, Grant Iserman, and Jason Green. Well, it won't be Jason Green. It'll probably be the guy who came in for him defensively at the catching spot, who we said was Chavez Conciaco. I'm going to change that pronunciation every time I get it.
You are. Yep.
In the meantime, yeah, kind of like Hanyanaban when he first got here.
KP.
So Lanahan, I was wondering about that first pitcher of the night for the, let's see, who was it? I was looking
for
at
us?
What was I looking at? Oh, no, it was one of their players. Oh, yeah, it was the Middle Miss.
Yes.
Mitchell Middle Miss. I'll bet his nickname is Eminem.
There you go. I like it. Mitchell Middle Miss. M&M's.
Yes.
3 of them.
Yes. So.
All right, we got number 12 batting.
And again, the AppleSox.
Be a new hitter here.
Ryan Kusi on the mound. So the AppleSox have certainly used a lot of pitchers tonight, too.
Yes, we have.
6. 6th pitcher of the night, and the first pitch misses for a ball.
Number 12, Stevie Waters from British Columbia University of British Columbia, junior.
Waters hitting for Lanahan. And that pitch is close, but not close enough, so 2-0 to count. Again, NCWLIFE Evening News coming up right after the broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel. 2-0 to count to Waters, pinch hitting. Pitch swung out and missed. He was behind that fastball, and the count goes to 2-1. Again, our next broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel will be on Friday, August the 1st, Bellingham and Wenatchee to wrap up the regular season home part of the schedule in the first of 3 games that weekend. Pitch on the way here is low for a ball. 3-1 to count as Ryan Kusi gets his first chance to pitch for the AppleSox. I think just about all the rest of the games are probably in the books for the West Coast League. This pitch swung on and hit the air to right center. That's going to drop down for a base hit, so a leadoff single here in the 8th. In fact, digging around first and heading into second with a lot of speed is Waters. So give him a leadoff double. That'll bring up, well, schedule is Grant Iserman.
28?
That is not Iserman, so that would be David Osana from Phoenix College in Phoenix, Arizona. So Osana steps up with a runner out at second base. And the pitch by Kusi.
Ooh, was that behind him?
Missed inside for sure. Just a bit inside.
Yeah.
1-0 the count here to Osana. Pinch hitter. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back. We'll probably have quite a bit of defensive changes here for the RiverHawks when we get to that part.
Yeah, I would assume that we're going to be throwing some people in too, just to get the weight off their feet and get some of those guys that don't get to play a lot into the game.
Pitch here swung on and a well-hit ball to left field. That's going to get past everybody, score another run for Edmonton. That goes all the way to the wall, rounding second, heading for third, and the throw is going to be late. And in with an RBI double or triple is Osana. So Edmonton won't go away quietly into the night here.
No.
As it's now 20-7. Just got a text message from my daughter. The 8-week photo of my grandson.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Looks like he's well fed.
Arthur is, yeah, he's a biggin. She says, little, not so little guy, already outgrowing his 3 to 6 month onesies that she just put in his drawer last week. Yeah, he's growing like a weed, that is for sure. Love being a grandpa. That's pretty fun. Pitch here on the way is swung on and fouled back, and we have another pinch hitter. Oh, that's Conchiago. Conchicow?
Ooh, that might be it.
Conchicow. It is spelled, for you at home to try to figure it out yourself, Conceicao. Conchiaco. Chavez Conchiaco. Pitch here swung on and fouled away. And the count 0-2. Nobody out here in the 8th inning for the RiverHawks. And they have scored a run to make it 20-7. So the RiverHawks have a touchdown and an extra point. The AppleSox, 3 touchdowns, and they missed their extra point. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. So a strikeout is the first out here in the 8th inning. So 1 out in the 8th with a runner at third. And we'll see who's coming to the plate here. Will be another pinch hitter. It's Kadama. Anthony Kadama will hit for Sato. This is about the time, too, where you assume that the RiverHawks may pitch a position player.
Yeah.
In the 8th inning against Wenatchee.
Hopefully not 2 or 3.
First pitch here to Kadama is in for a strike. And Kusi with the 0-1 pitch. Kind of throws sidearm, doesn't he?
He does.
Pitch here misses for a ball outside. 1-1 the count. I'll have to trust your good eyes, my friend, to help me with the defensive changes.
Okay.
In the bottom of the 8th inning for the RiverHawks. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses away as well for ball 2. 2-1. I'll give credit to the fans who have stayed in this marathon. Quite a few still here at the ballpark.
More than you would expect. I bet you if it was 7 to 20, we were down,
they would
then
not,
they wouldn't be here.
No, this pitch misses away for ball 3. 3-1 to count. Fans that are left here trying to pump up Ryan Kusi to help him get the second out here of the inning. 27 runs and 26 hits between the two teams. Kusi ready, and the pitch on the way is fastball missing inside for ball 4.
The way that Cade Martinez was acting there, he looked like he was missing playing shortstop, because he was almost holding hands with
with the Palaio.
Yeah.
So runners on the corners now.
All right, we got number 4.
Okay, another pinch hitter will be Jackson Fox. Actually, he came up in the last.
He did. Yep.
Bat, the 6th.
Had a line drive to Adam Haight.
Takes the first pitch for a ball. Pitch on the way, low for ball 2.
Just got to fill up the zone.
Latest local news with Grant Olson coming up after the conclusion of our ball game tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We are in the top half of the 8th inning, and that score on your screen is correct. 20-7 our score. Pitch here, in for a strike. The count goes to 2-1 to Fox. Veach would be the batter expected on deck, but then again, we could have another pinch hitter. This pitch is a little inside for ball 3. So Ryan Kusi is a pitch away from loading the bases. Meanwhile, a right-hander starts to throw down to the bullpen for the AppleSox. Pitch on the way, low for ball 4, so that is another walk. And back-to-back walks will fill the bases here for the RiverHawks. We'll see if Coach Mitch Darlington wants to make a change here. I was trying to find out who that is down at the bullpen warming up. That looks like 19.
Skyleman, yeah.
Skyleman?
Yep.
You'd hate to have to use him here.
Yeah.
When you've got 2 big games coming up the next 2 nights. But also, you want to get this game in the books, get the win in the column, and then go from there.
That's the most important thing, is getting the win, right?
So Veach will bat for himself here. And the first pitch, he dances away from that one and misses inside ball 1. 1-0 the count. Veach was hit by a pitch and scored in the 6th. He has struck out 3 times tonight, so he could get this golden sombrero. Pitch on the way to him is missing for a ball. Not if you don't throw strikes to him.
Yeah.
Fans here at the ballpark have no place else to go tonight, so they're here. That's it. They're staying. Here comes the pitch on the way. Is a strike call. And the count goes to 2-1. Right now, the fans are cheering every strike that Ryan Kusi could throw.
Let's go, Ryan, you got this!
The 2-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. There's only 1 out in the inning. Bases are full. And they count 2 balls and 2 strikes on Drew Veach. The center fielder back in the batter's box. Pitch swung on and fouled away. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Due up for the AppleSox in their part of the 8th inning. As my score sheet is really messed up here tonight.
Well, mine is too.
Palaio, Sanko, and Morisaki. Pitch here swung on right back to the mound. Throw to second for 1. The relay to first is in time, and they got him, and that will retire the side. A 1-6-3 double play will end the inning, and just 1 run in for Edmonton will head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is a 20-7 ball game. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
So yet another new pitcher into the ball game. This is going to be getting towards record time as far as how many pitchers have been used by both ball clubs here tonight. Reese Devlin will take over, 6'2", 215-pound senior from Edmonton Collegiate. He's the second Edmonton Collegiate pitcher we've had in a row here from Edmonton, Alberta. Devlin now taking over. So tonight, Edmonton has used Reese Hammerling, Mason Chamberlain, Riley Starko, Owen Combs, Logan Colville, and now we'll go for the final 3 outs here and try to get Reese Devlin to shut the door on the AppleSox and get this game in the books. Devlin wearing number 24 on his back. And if you've been trying to keep track of the score at home, good luck. Due up here is Palaio, and it looks like it will be Elijah to start things off here in the 8th inning for Wenatchee. 6 outs away from getting this over, and we're upon our news time. So just a note back to the studios. I know Malcolm's already taken care of this, but I'll make the note for Eli, who is learning the board tonight, that when we get into regular programming, there's a tendency to want to switch things off of the live programming. I'm sure Malcolm has already told Eli all about that, so I don't need to mention it on the air, but I'm getting a little rummy at this point. So Palaio will be the first to face, excuse me, the right-hander Reese Devlin. By the way, Hammerling is the pitcher of record here that will be tagged with the loss here tonight.
You mean the guy that pitched 3.5 hours ago?
Yes, the guy that pitched 3.5 hours ago. Pitch when it was still daylight. This pitch is a little bit low for a ball to Palaio, 1-0 the count. Elijah, in his first game back for the AppleSox, had a sacrifice bunt, scored a run in the second, lined out to left also in that second inning, had a base hit and a run in the fourth, had a base hit or a double and a run in the sixth. So not a bad first night back in an AppleSox uniform.
No, and that sacrifice bunt is the one that started it.
Yeah, that really started the rally for Wenatchee after a couple of walks.
Yep.
And then attempt by the third baseman, Trent Linehan, to make a play. This pitch swung on and fouled back, and the count 2-1 here. By the way, defensively for Edmonton, now playing at third base is Stephen Waters. See if we can get the rest of the changes here. Shortstop
still the same.
Still the same. And I'm going to have to use binoculars to get the rest of these guys. 2-1 to count. Pitch swung on a grounded through the hole for a base hit. So Palaio with a 3-hit night for the AppleSox. Leadoff man aboard again for Wenatchee. Let's see here. Let's take a look. That's 1. That's 2. That is 3. That is, he said, 4. 5 times tonight the AppleSox have had the leadoff man aboard. Pitch on the way, misses for a ball outside to Jake Senko. 1-0 the count to the Sox second baseman.
You can see here every time that Reese grabs the ball, he puts it into a split finger pitch, because that's the hardest pitch to grip for him, and he'll throw it. Maybe he'll throw it occasionally, maybe he throws it a lot, but if he shows that, then if he grips it, then to take it out of there, to take it out of there, it's no big deal, but to put it in there, it's a hard thing to do, so it's more apparent.
Pitch on the way, misses outside for ball 3 or ball 2. Scoreboard says 2 balls.
Yeah, it's ball 3 though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think our score operator has fallen asleep as well tonight. 3-0 the count here to Jake Senko with a runner at first base for the AppleSox here. Bottom of the 8th inning in a 20-7 game. And that'll be strike 1. Not too many times in AppleSox history have the Wenatchee AppleSox scored 20 runs in a league game. In fact, we might be in record territory here. This pitch bounces in for ball 4. That was a nice stop by Tanciaco back there. So a walk given up to Sanko, puts runners at first and second for Wenatchee. That brings up Kanoa Morisaki. At least scheduled is Kanoa Morisaki, and it will be Kanoa. Have to check my email here because I know Joel will be watching and listening.
Swing at everything, the fans say.
Yeah. That's good
Oh,
advice.
that ball's hit well.
And they did, and it goes right field deep against the wall, and
what a catch.
caught over there. What a catch. Middle miss was the right fielder. I don't think that's middle miss anymore.
Wow, that ball was
because
hit
he
well.
was hit for. What a play in right field against the wall with the catch.
Can you see that number?
I'm looking. 13, I want to say.
Let's see.
Is there a 13?
Right field. Who was playing right field to begin with?
It was middle miss, right.
So then Jackson
This pitch
Fox
swung on
maybe?
and grounded to the shortstop. The play to first.
play.
Nice play over there. A nice pick over there. But a run will score. It's 21-7. So they got the extra point.
Yes.
Morisaki retired on the line out to right. Moving to third on the play was Pelayo. Now Pelayo scores on the ground out ground out off the bat of Chung.
Hate with his 7th at bat tonight.
Another RBI for Chung tonight. How about Philip Chung? 1, 2, 3, 4 RBI night. This pitch swung on and hit in the air to right field. It's foul territory and a long
Watch
run
yourself.
by the right fielder over there. Now I might be able to get his number if he turns his back to me.
4.
4?
I
Okay.
believe so. Yeah, which would...
Okay, that stands to reason then, right?
Yep.
Waters?
No.
Oh, excuse me.
Jackson
Yeah.
Fox.
Yep, Fox.
Yep, great catch by him.
Yeah, give credit where credit is due there. 0-1 the count to Adam Haight. Yeah, you want your pitchers to throw strike. You want your batters to swing it.
Everything.
Everything. This pitch swung on and fouled away by Haight.
Man, we would come across some games like that, especially at the junior varsity and freshman level.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, at least you guys have the 10-run rule.
yes. Yeah, but there was some times where we'd be playing some teams that were struggling to get kids out there, and it'd be like 20-0 in the first inning.
That's tough. Pitch on the way, swung on and hit in the air to right field. That's going to be fouling out of play.
How many times does a kid get 7 at-bats in a game?
Very rarely.
Yeah. Now, officially, he's only had 5, or this will be his 5th because he walked twice, but yeah. 7 plate appearances. Whew.
Adam Haight back in there, behind in the count 0-2. And the pitch by Devlin is high for a ball. Well, you want him to swing at it if it's a strike, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Yeah, and the last thing you want him to do is, like, to lower his batting average, right? I mean,
yep, definitely. The 1-2 pitch misses for a ball, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
and that's where, like, you never want to score extra runs in these, but if you have a guy that hits a fly ball and you got a runner at third base, you're going to send him just because then, you know, he did the job he was supposed to do, so you get a sacrifice fly out of it.
Pitch here is a swing and a miss, and gone are the AppleSox in the 8th, but they do get another run, so we'll head to the 9th inning. 21-7 our score. That's right. We're back with the 9th after this on the NCWLIFE Channel.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories And we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Call Alpine Air Heating and Cooling today. Your comfort is their priority.
You're watching AppleSox baseball here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we head to the top of the ninth inning, mercifully, in a 21-7 ball game. As Wenatchee has, just got an early lead and kind of added on to it, and has continued to add on and have that big margin here as we head. I'm looking for the single game record in the media guide here for the AppleSox.
For runs scored?
For runs scored in a league contest. I'm finding individual stuff. Hold on here. As we head to the ninth inning here for Edmonton, they're at the top of the order, but I'm sure we'll have some more pinch hitters if they have bodies available. You might see pitchers coming in to hit right now.
Well, and Eric, we've talked about this a lot this game. They're leading us in hits. They've got 14 hits, we've got 13.
Yeah, isn't that strange?
It is. Lots of walks tonight by both squads, actually.
Right. So it's been a crooked night. We'll just say that. Crooked night for both teams. We've had a lot of crooked numbers here. First pitch is swung on and fouled away. And this is Tiachi Nakayo. 0-1 the count to Nakayo. Season results. Well, I don't have the eyeballs. And this pitch hit him. So not the way you want to start the ninth inning by any stretch. Pretty soon we'll be bumping up on time for the repeat
news
of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Yeah.
Okay, we got another new hitter in here, number 57, Jace Daku.
Okay.
Again from Edmonton Collegiate. So they've obviously used them for one of their major portals, don't they?
Yeah, definitely so. Runner board. By the way, it is Ryan Kusi trying to finish up the last 3 outs here in the ball game. This pitch swung on and a fly ball to right field. That's going to be a fair ball. Rounding second, heading for third. Here comes the throw. It's cut off by the shortstop, Palayo. And runners on the corners here on a long single by Daku. So runners on the corners in a 21-7 ball game.
All right,
and now we're going to have a new pitcher come into the ball game. We'll keep it right here. There's no need to take another commercial break. We'll just keep it right here during that and let you know that we have had an interesting one here tonight. Now, the one who stands to get the win tonight would be Carson Bozel, I believe, because he pitched 4 innings in middle relief here tonight after an inning by Dylan Schlinger.
Yep.
And so Carson Bozel stands to win the ball game tonight. Meanwhile, it's been an offensive juggernaut tonight for both teams in 28 runs scored. And what do we have? 28 hits now. So we're at least we're even on hits and runs between the two teams.
Right. Joe Skyleman coming in.
It is Skyleman. Okay. Yep. So Joe Skyleman, and I'm out of room for pitchers in my score sheet, by the way, so this has to be it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 7 pitchers used by the AppleSox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitchers used by Edmonton. 13 pitchers. That's the most I've ever seen, unless it was an all-star game.
Right.
And they're trying to get everybody in. It's been a wild night here tonight at the ballpark. Again, these two teams will face off tomorrow night at 6:35. Although if we keep going like this, it could be tonight at 6:35. Okay, here we go. Single game records. Most hits, 24. So we're not there yet.
No. We won't get there either unless something really bad happens.
Most runs. Oh, 25 runs is the most runs for the AppleSox against the Yakima Valley Pippins back in 2017.
Oh, okay.
So we're not there yet.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get there.
No, because then that would mean the biggest comeback in the history of comebacks.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. So we're in record territory, you could say.
Right, yeah.
But we're not quite breaking a record here tonight.
What do we got up here? 25?
Looks like a 25.
Yeah.
And a 25 would make it Royce Hale out of the Seattle U.
All right.
He's from Marysville. So Hale looks at the first pitch from Joe Skylerman, missing for a ball. So ball one to Hale here as the Wenatchee Valley College and Wenatchee High School product tries to just get the final outs here. Pitch on the way, swung on a foul back, and count even a 1-1 strike. Well, you hope that Joe Skylerman can, just get it done here with few pitches so that he would be available if need be. Maybe not tomorrow, but definitely on Thursday.
Yeah.
Hale back in the left-handed batter's box, and the pitch on the way to him swung on a miss, so the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Hale, batting for Max Stagg. Stagg got the 2-run home run back in a 5-run 6th inning for Edmonton. This pitch misses just outside for a ball. Evens the count to Stagg at 2 balls and 2 strikes. At the conclusion of our game tonight, we will wrap it up and send you right into our NCWLIFE Evening News here coming up next with Grant Olson on the NCWLIFE Channel. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's a check swing. He, according to the home plate umpire, didn't go around, and it wasn't a strike. So the count goes full to Hale at 3-2.
Yeah, for us to hold Stagg to 1 for 4 tonight with the home run.
That's pretty good, even though it was the 2-run home run. Or
leading the
home
league in batting average right now, too. So 368, and Linehan's second in the league in batting average. So for us to Linehan, what did he end up doing tonight?
Double and
2 hits.
2 hits.
Yeah, 2 hits. So he went 2 for 4.
Yeah, that's
raised his
not
batting
bad.
average. Yeah,
that's not bad. The 3-2 pitch again. Strike 3 called. Gone looking is Hale. That'll be the first out here of the 9th inning for the RiverHawks. Brings up, well, we'll see. Waters batted last time for Linehan.
Still,
so it will be Waters. Stevie Waters
got a base hit the last
got a double his last time up and scored a run. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1 to count.
Joe does a really good job of filling up the strike zone. It's an important thing as any pitcher, but as a closer,
definitely.
Yeah.
The 0-1 pitch by Skylerman swung on and fouled back, and the count quickly 0-2 in Skylerman's favor. If you're just joining us, which I don't know where you've been, 9 runs in the second for Wenatchee, a run in the third, made it 10-0. Edmonton scored a run in the fourth. Wenatchee came back with 2 in the bottom of the fourth to make it 12-1 at that point. Pitch on the way here misses high for a ball. Good idea by Joe to go high there. 5 runs in the sixth for Edmonton, cut the lead to 12-6. Wenatchee bounced back with 4 runs in the bottom of the sixth to make it 16-6. Then they added 4 more in the seventh to make it 20-6. Edmonton with a run in the 8th to make it 20-7, and then Wenatchee with a run in the bottom of the 8th to make it 21-7. That's where we are right now.
Sounds like a good football game right there.
Yeah, exactly. Skylerman ready with runners on the corners. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back. Got a battle here between Skylerman and Waters. 1-2 the count. Waters is just missing under those pitches, so he's timing it well. A couple of foul balls in a row right back to the screen behind home plate. Again, Skylerman ready, and the pitch on the way. Swung on a miss. He was high fastball there, a little high cheese that Waters could not hold his water on. And 2 down in the inning for the RiverHawks. Are down to their final out here. And this was Osana that batted last time, and it will be Osana again. He had a RBI triple. Back in the right-handed batter's box is Osana for his second at bat, and the pitch by Skyleman swung on and fouled away in the count 0-1. And is he looking dead red there?
He was, yeah. And Joe's throwing it pretty stiff tonight. Our TrackMan's not working right now for me, so I can't tell you velocity, but he's throwing it pretty stiff and got some movement on it.
0-1 pitch on the way. Ouch. Inside, no. Hit him in the helmet, and he goes down. And hope to God he's okay. Mitch Darlington, or the head coach actually for the RiverHawks, comes in, and we've got a trainer here for the AppleSox to check on the batter right now in Osana. Went down quickly, and we just hope he's okay. They will slowly roll him over, and the ball looked like it
sounded
got
like it hit the
helmet,
yeah.
But you always worry about it getting underneath the helmet.
Yeah, ricochet.
And so every ounce of thoughts right now are with Mr. Osana on the deck here from Phoenix, Arizona. Checking David out. Checking his pupils. He's moving. Kind of checked his eyes there. Just want to make sure all precautions necessary to make sure he's okay. He will rise up, come to a seated position, stand up, make sure he's not wobbly here. And rubbing the side of his face where that ball looked like it hit helmet and maybe got a little bit of his flesh.
Yeah, hopefully they have a runner for him.
Yeah. And they will go to the dugout and try to find any bodies they got left down there.
Bring out a pitcher.
So, hit batsman.
Poor guy.
Down at first base goes Osana. So now the bases are loaded for the RiverHawks, and Joe Skyleman, that's a horrible feeling as a pitcher to hit a guy like that. You don't obviously mean to, especially in a game where it's just completely out of reach and you're just trying to get the final outs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that'll bring up
Chavez
Canciaco.
What did he do his last at bat?
Pitch to him, misses high for a ball. 1-0 the count. He struck out in his first plate appearance in the 8th. We are in the 9th. 2 outs in the inning. A 21-7 ball game. Bases loaded for the RiverHawks. Pitch on the way, swung on a fly ball to deep left center. On the run is Philip Chong,
almost
and reaches
overran
up,
it, didn't he?
Makes the catch for the outs, and that'll be it. Hey, I want to thank our crew here tonight. Back at the studios, Malcolm Whitehall and Eli Gintner. Our line producers tonight got some help from Dan Kuntz and Tucker Wagner. On cameras, Juan Sanchez, Callie Benson, Cheyenne Radich, and I don't know if I saw Jesse Ventura here tonight. Production assistant Tim Brodowski on behalf of Brandon Schmitten. I'm Eric Granstrom. Final score here tonight, 21-7. AppleSox with the win. Have a good night, everybody. The pitch by Busic.
Thanks for watching Wenatchee AppleSox Baseball right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Tonight's broadcast was sponsored by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Caldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, the Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tacos Shava, Together for Youth, Valley Tractor, and Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. This has been a special presentation of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.
So the AppleSox will advance